I suppose we should get going.
Yeah! Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Star me. That's your name. You, the listener. Star me. Good morning. Ready for a Monday? You ready? Steve-O, good morning. I said Steve-O, good morning.
Good morning, buddy.
All right. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm here with you today on a Monday. We got a really good show for you. We got a child star. Well, he was a teen when he was on the Cosby Show. Oops, we're not allowed to talk about the Cosby Show, but that's okay because he is on a really good show now. It's called The Resident, and there was lots of blood, and that show would freak me out.
You don't watch that show, do you?
I watch that show every week.
Really? The Resident?
He is hands down the best character on the show, and I am mildly freaking out over our interview this morning.
I haven't seen it yet. The Resident on Fox stars Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Guys, seriously, The Resident.
Is it like Grey's
about
Anatomy?
the show. It is kind of like Grey's
So like The
Anatomy,
Night Shift?
except less like drama, sexual tension. Like it's more. I don't know. I like it. It's one of the very few.
All right.
One of the very few shows I actually enjoy on network television.
So like ER?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
He is hands down the best character on the show.
Yeah.
Really, really, really excited.
I've seen him pop up in a few shows that I watch. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Of course, he was on the Cosby Show.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be on the show at 7:30 this morning. We got some cool people back on the Morning Invasion.
I know, right?
It's been a minute.
Matthew in St. Louis says, looks like the boys got sweaty this weekend for some upcoming Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Yes.
We did. We got
Dude, Mike Giant.
season 2.
That was crazy.
Mike Giant.
Season 2, guys. We are underway filming season 2, and I am stoked.
Yeah.
Stoked.
Our boy Jordy, who is camera guy too.
Yeah.
For
Camera guy, too.
Don't Sweat the Small Stuff.
He's the best camera guy, too, in the biz.
He really is. And he told us about this guy. He's like, hey, you know what? I think we should interview this guy. He is an artist, and he skateboards. And we went to his Instagram page, and we noticed, oh, my gosh, there's a lot of cool people. Like Mike Shinoda follows him, Travis Barker.
Yeah.
He's got hundreds of thousands of followers. We're like, okay. And so we decided to film out here at the skate park at Calvary on Friday evening. And it was funny because we're waiting for him to show up. And when he gets here, he walks over and he is just high as a kite.
That's what we thought, right?
Yeah, come on.
That's what we
He was.
thought.
But he was really quiet,
This kid's
soft-spoken.
really chill.
He's so chill.
And I was like, oh,
Like,
no.
Like, no joke. He just, hi, guys.
But I think what it was really is that he's just kind of introverted and an artist because once we got in the sauna,
He did open up a little
the
bit, for sure.
words flowed like wine.
Yeah, it was a really, really good interview.
Yeah.
It was fun. He's a good dude. But Steve and I, we kind of walked away after we met him. We're like, this is gonna be weird.
Yeah, dude.
Oh boy, 'cause
Yep.
you never know what to expect when you first meet somebody. But that's what's kind of cool about the show is I almost want it to be that experience where, let's say you were just at the gym and you walked into a sauna and all of a sudden you're sitting down and then maybe one or two people sit down next to you and you just strike up a conversation and
Just start talking.
and that's kind of what the show's about. We dive deep into their lives and figure out who they are. It's fun.
I liked that we didn't really know anything about him because it was like, well, you've got a crazy story. He honestly, in my world, was the Anthony Bourdain of the professional skate world.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
It's who he reminded me of.
Yeah.
Lived all over the world. Crazy. So, yeah, I'm excited for that one.
The best part is after we got done filming, there's a bunch of kids out here at the skate park and stuff. And so he brought his board and he was still in his robe. And we're like, Jordy wanted to get some shots of him skating around.
Yeah.
And so he gets up there ready to do it. And some punk kid in the background goes, "Hey, man, you got to wear a helmet."
Yeah.
And then, of course, Mike is like, "Oh, okay." And we're like, "Just go. Who
Yeah.
cares?" And so he goes, and what? Poor Mike, he
eats it.
eats it hard.
Yep.
He really
Yep.
did need a helmet. But yeah, he's a pretty good skater.
Yeah.
Real deal. So season 2 of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. If you're not following us yet on YouTube, go there. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff TV. We wrapped up season 1 with a bunch of really cool guests like Patrick Fabian,
Mhm.
Michelle Watterson, the karate hottie. She's a big deal.
What's amazing, like, you probably know him without even knowing him because I didn't realize Rebel 8, like the 8 and the diamond, the cool, like, skate company. That's, like, all his art.
Yeah.
That's his stuff. He's got a giant Rebel 8 tattoo on his skull.
Right?
And I'm like, oh, cool, he's a fan of Rebel 8.
See,
oh, no, this is his stuff. Okay, that's who he is.
Do you think that's what I should do? You think I should get a skull tattoo?
No, never.
But just
Ever?
filled in as like hair?
Yet,
You know what I'm saying? Like just black it.
here's the hard part about that. What if you want to change your hairstyle? You know what I'm saying?
Well, my hair is thinning. So
Have you ever had how long was the longest you ever kept a haircut? Like I redid mine, and
But I just shaved my head.
I know, but like back in the day, you didn't wear your hair the same all the time, did you?
Well, that's because I grew my hair out.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. This is basically like having hair again. Would you really want the same hair for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's basically what I've been doing the past 10 years. just
Touche.
Shaving my head, and it's the exact same haircut. Why not fill it in? Or just put a sweet design on there. I don't know.
Dude.
Ah,
Yep.
I don't know. I'm probably too much of a baby to get a skull tattoo.
Yeah, I was gonna say he talked to us a little bit about what that was like.
That
and,
can't
and
feel good.
That sensation, and I was
Ugh.
like, no. I will literally never, ever, ever have that desire. So
It was funny because I saw a picture of him
Ever.
online, and I thought he had hair plugs. I was going, oh, man. That's
turns out he's blonde, but he just has a
Yeah,
skull cap.
He's got his whole skull is tatted up. But when he just has
Yeah.
a selfie, it looks like he's got hair plugs. It's funny.
Dude.
Well, good morning. We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Good morning, Matthew, Jacinda, Adriana, Andres. Good morning, everybody. Paul. So I guess New Mexico United.
Yeah, dude.
So they won another game, huh?
Yep. I am so very excited. So for those that hadn't heard, I don't know that we've announced it on the air yet.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it.
Justin Schmidt, number 17. One of the day when you were sick recently. He came in and actually did the morning show with me.
Yeah.
He is an incredible human being. And sadly, last week, his parents were in a car accident. He lost his father. His mom was in critical condition.
How's she
She
doing?
has since stabilized.
Oh,
so
good.
she's recovering. But he lost his dad.
Oh,
And, dude, if you go back and listen to the podcast, dad, pastor, like really,
yeah.
really, like he talked at length about his admiration
Yeah.
for his father. Like the guy who, the guy who gave him the blueprint for his life,
Yeah.
for reading the word in the morning, for worship, his desire for, like, man, he doted on his dad a lot. On
Did
the
he
show.
have any other brothers and
So-
sisters?
Yeah, he's got siblings.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
So anyway, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, and dude, Chevelle Shepherd from what is it, The Voice?
Mm-hmm.
She did the national
Oh,
anthem.
that's very
I mean,
cool.
they did a big.
Nice.
It was a big to do. 15,037, I believe, or
Yeah,
38.
sold out.
Yeah, completely sold out. They had sold out completely 14,000 tickets. They released 1,000 standing room only tickets at 10 a.m. and they were gone immediately. Like 15,000 people, and everybody was wearing yellow armbands in honor of Justin and
that's
writing
cool.
his initials. And so it was Win It for Schmidt, and the entire team came out wearing Justin Schmidt T-shirts. And dude, it was hands down. I missed the game. I watched the game from home because Chrissy really wanted to go with her friend, so I gave up my tickets
Oh, look at you.
so that Chrissy could go with her friend.
That's cool.
This is the first game I didn't get to attend, but I watched it on ESPN, and it was hands down the very best the team has ever looked.
Good.
Like they,
Did it for Schmidt.
yeah, and not only that, they won 3-0. They're now for the first time alone in the first place in the entire Western Conference.
Wow.
It was incredible to
That's
watch.
awesome, man.
And so, yeah, man. So everybody continue to pray for our boy
Yeah,
Justin.
for real.
I know that they started a GoFundMe that you can find Justin Schmidt. They posted it on the United page and everywhere else. And so, yeah, dude.
Do his parents live here?
Mm-mm.
No, they don't.
No.
Mm,
So
gosh, man.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is-
Lost his father, who's a pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we interviewed Justin too.
Mm-hmm.
We did an episode of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff
Yep.
with him and a few other players during season 1.
Which Brucey, who was on Don't Sweat the Small Stuff with us, got his first game yesterday.
Oh, that's
He
cool.
played in his first game. He
Which
had
one
been
was he?
waiting and waiting. British kid.
Okay,
Yeah, Brucey.
that's right.
He got it because he'd been waiting to get his work visa here. So he'd just been sitting. He couldn't even
Oh yeah,
suit
yeah.
up.
There was some.
He
drama
actually
with
got
that, huh?
game time yesterday, and
Oh,
it was
good for him.
awesome to see. So
Good.
yeah, so stoked for that squad, and yeah, incredible. So
Well, good morning, everyone. Good
Yeah.
morning. Welcome to the show. We are live from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios. You can text into the show. We got a live line. What's that number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. Text in, be a part of the show. You can plead your case as to why you haven't seen Endgame and why we shouldn't spoil it. But the spoiler ban is lifted, and I will
Oh.
be saying all of the things today.
Really?
No more will I hold silent on
No.
the greatest movie of all time.
We will warn you, of course. We're not just gonna blurt out.
Rocket Raccoon
No, stop
dies.
it. No,
What? Sorry, I
not
blacked
true.
out there for a second.
that's not true. But that's a spoiler right there, because what if people thought that Rocket Raccoon died?
Maybe he does.
Gosh, man. All right, let's take a break, everyone. It's Monday. We've got a lot to talk about. Chime in. We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. We'll be right back.
A Star 88 Supernova. Here's Rick Warren.
Will you keep praying when the answer isn't immediate, isn't quick, isn't instant, isn't immediate and all of a sudden there? Will you throw a temper tantrum and say, God, you're not fair, and God, you made all these promises and you're not keeping them? Let me show you an example of this. 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verse 31. God left Hezekiah. He was a king, a very good king. God kept left Hezekiah on his own for a while. Whoa, to see what he would do. God wanted to test his heart. And before God answers your prayer for a breakthrough, he's going to test your heart. I'm telling you this as your friend. God is going to test your heart before the breakthrough happens. And he wants to know, are you ready to handle the blessing?
Catch Rick Warren's Daily Hope on KNKT 107.1 weekdays at 7:30 a.m. This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
Christ is his title. Jesus is his name. And it was actually the name God picked for his son when he was born into this world. In Matthew's Gospel, chapter 1, verse 21, speaking to Joseph, the angel Gabriel said, and she, Mary, will bring forth a son. Because he was getting ready to divorce this chick, man. I mean, they were betrothed, but in that day you had to have a form of divorce to cancel an engagement. Or our version is called engagement. They called it being betrothed. But you had to go through a divorce to break that off. And he was getting ready to do so, but the angel was like, no, it's good. She wasn't cheating on you, bro. This was actually God's doing, and you should be his adopted father. She'll bring forth a son, and you need to call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Now that's a pun, and it speaks to the destiny of Jesus.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com.
When everyone you thought you knew deserts your fight, I'll go with you. You're facing down a dark hall, I'll grab my light and go with you. I'll 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 go with you. Surrounded and up against the wall, I'll shred them all and go with you. When choices end, you must defend. I'll grab my back and go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Yeah. Stay with me. No, you don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. Stay with me. No, you don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. If there comes a day, people posted up at the end of your driveway, they're calling for your head and they're calling for your name. I'll bomb down on them, I'm coming through. Do they know I was born with you? If they hear the smoke, no, I'll go with you. Just keep it outside, yeah. Stay with me. You don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. Stay with me. No, you don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. If you find yourself in a lion's den, I'll jump right in and pull my pin and go with you. I'll 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 go with you. My God, I'll go with you. Yeah. Stay with me. No, you don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. Stay with me. No, you don't need to run. Stay with me, my love. You don't need to run. You don't
blood. Star 88, 628.
Oh, you know, I should probably take a look at the weather today. It's going to be stupid hot.
What do we got, man?
High today of 82 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Any rain this week?
Wednesday, it's going to dip down to 70 degrees.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Chill down even more to mid-60s on Thursday,
Tell me more.
as well as Friday.
What else?
It's looking blue. That's right. In New Mexico. We've got showers Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Wow. Monsoon season hitting hard. In fact, Friday, the high is expected to only be 59 degrees.
Wow.
I know.
It's a beautiful day.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay. It is a beautiful day. Man, we've got Malcolm Jamal Warner calling us at 7:30. You may know him from The Cosby Show, on a little show called The Resident Now, one of my favorite shows on television. And at 8 o'clock, Jenny Lusko.
Jenny, let's go, everybody.
She's joining the show.
Oh, yeah,
That's Levi's bride.
La, 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 la.
She'll be here this weekend. Maybe she's bringing the rain. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
She's gonna bring the rain and hammer down lightning bolts from heaven. Talking to the ladies this weekend.
So fresh.
And so clean.
Okay.
Huh? What?
That's enough. That's enough. It's Monday. Come on, man. Take it easy. Hey, take it easy, man. Take it easy. Hopefully you guys had a great Cinco de Mayo yesterday. Hopefully you guys had a good May the 4th be with you.
Oh, it definitely had that.
You know?
I made some little kid's day because he thought he met Tony Stark.
Oh, beautiful. Did you lie to the kid and say that you were
did.
Tony Stark?
I did not lie to the kid.
You're like,
I
sure,
can't lie.
sure, kid, come here.
No, he goes, I don't want to sound mean, but you look like Tony Stark. I said, that's not mean. And his mom was standing with them because they were there for Free Comic Book Day at Astro Zombies. And she goes, oh, baby, that's definitely not mean.
You look amazing. Your hair rocks.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh, man. We're talking New Mexico United. Somebody chimed in and said, I watched the game on ESPN+. Anybody else? Feed kind of trash? Anyone? Camera
Really?
guys switching angles at the worst possible time.
Oh, what is up
Black
with that?
screen when they switched.
Come on, man.
Cameras out of focus. Yeah, I got that too.
What the heck?
Yeah, I was kind of bummed. I've never watched a home game on ESPN.
How was the play-by-play?
Play-by-play was actually fantastic.
really?
Yeah, they were great. Oh, they were great. I was excited about that aspect of it because they did a really good job.
Yeah.
They were exciting. They were in it. They were knowledgeable. That was good. The feed itself was not great. Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know who we need to call.
Yeah, so apparently ESPN didn't ship out some camera guys, huh?
I guess not.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, the phone lines are open if you'd like to call in. 505-338-3700. You can also text in to our live line. What's that number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Let's find out. No spoilers right now. Of course, Steve-O is saying that maybe this morning
Yes.
we're going to dive in.
Yeah, oh yeah.
A lot of people want us to dive in.
I got
talk
stories
about
on
it.
stories on stories that I've been holding my tongue over.
But let's see where Avengers Endgame is at as far as the box office. Because, you know, it broke a bunch of records.
Really?
That's right.
You
yeah.
don't say.
Yeah. It made another $145.8 million in its second week, which runs its total up to $619.7 million.
Gosh.
That's just here in America, by the way. So it's the second highest grossing movie of all time with $2.189 billion worldwide, just past Titanic. But I guess it's trailing Avatar. 2.8. I mean, it'll hit it. It'll hit
I
it
mean, I don't know.
by the weekend. You think it'll hit?
It didn't have the biggest second weekend of all time. So Yeah, well, I guess the biggest second weekend of all time is a record that is still held by Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and it dipped 59% from its opening weekend.
Wow.
So,
well, maybe
it's Avengers Endgame. I still haven't seen it a second time. I know I'm going to see it again, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Captain Marvel still in 5th place. And did you know that what's the girl's name that plays Captain Marvel? What's her name? Brie Larson.
Brie Larson.
She was she wanted to be a pop star. Do you know she can sing?
No.
Yeah, she can apparently sing.
He wasn't my everything till we were nothing.
What do you think of this?
It's taken me a lot to say that now that you're gone.
This is Captain Marvel.
No, that's Ariana Grande, bro.
No, she's covering Ariana.
Oh.
Do you want to hear one of her original songs?
She was Clash at Demon Head and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, so I knew that she could sing. Actually, that was Metric, but whatever. Go on.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that she was in those movies.
Yeah, she's Natalie from
What?
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. She's
Jeez.
Scott's ex-girlfriend.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding.
You realize how many... Okay, think about this. I always talk about how, in my opinion, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. Yeah, I say that. It's
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Yes, I quote it more than any other movie in the world, and it's one of my all-time favorite films. Listen, man. You know how many people are in that movie that went on to be in Marvel films? Chris Evans is one of the evil exes.
Wow.
I know. Thomas Jane, who's the Punisher, is in that film in one scene. Brandon Routh, who went on to be Superman.
Yeah.
Superman. Yeah.
Well, the lame Superman.
You're a lame Superman. Yeah, Brie Larson now, who was Scott's ex-girlfriend. Dude, it's crazy when you go back and look at that cast. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, apparently she wanted to be a pop star. This is one of her songs that never actually became a hit.
You can't get inside my head. Can't be my safety net.
Yeah.
I'm standing at the edge. Yeah, I know
Hit it.
it's a long way down.
This is Brie Larson.
But you can't walk the wire for anybody
Oh, yeah.
else.
Nothing is sacred anymore thanks to the internet. Nothing is sacred.
Beautiful.
Oh, you want to hear a song back from a decade ago when this famous actress was trying to make it as a pop star? Here you go.
Yeah.
Gotta find out for myself.
Wow.
Brie Larson, Captain Marvel.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Stormy.
Morning. Hey, just wondering what it's like to be ghosted.
What do you mean, caller? Go ahead.
Caller, go ahead.
Actually, this question is coming from Kay.
Oh.
Oh. Did
Huh?
Ghosted?
Kay, go ahead, say it.
Ghosted?
She said, I'm not talking to him.
What do you mean? You guys were at home on Friday. Friday?
Well, yeah, because we have jobs. So, yeah, we've been totally ghosted.
No,
Wait,
you have not.
Are you talking about Dex now, or are you talking about me? Because I worked all weekend. I
Yeah,
couldn't go look at your couch.
What are you talking about?
Well, I was supposed to go look at the couch because they have a chat room thing going with Chrissy and me. But Chrissy's always responding, going, "Yeah, we'll go look at your stuff." And I'm like, "Dude, I worked all weekend." So
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, both.
Oh, both? Well, here's what stinks, guys. All right? Bill, you made me drop off my gate key and the key to get in the house. Now I can't even come over. How am I supposed to come over?
Yeah.
You're ghosts. You can pass through solid objects. You can pass through the gate.
Because we ghosted. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, whatever. That's fine.
Man.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Are you able to talk about things yet? Things?
Stuff, things.
Like future?
Stuff.
Did you announce it?
Or do you want to wait?
Yeah, I can talk about stuff, I guess.
Oh,
I reckon.
Okay.
Well, then I'll let
So,
you do it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Stormy. Okay, I know you're all on the edge of your seat, but Bill has accepted a job up in Colorado
You just
and
went third
we're
person.
selling our house, and I'm hightailing it up there. I leave on the 15th.
Hightailing it
of
to
this
Colorado.
Yeah, I bet you
Hightailing
are.
it.
Hightailing.
Colorado.
Moving
Moving to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I was kicked out of. Okay, I wasn't kicked out, but
We're gonna miss you, Bill.
yeah.
We're gonna miss you.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You've already ghosted me.
Oh, well, that's why, because it's too painful because you're leaving us. So
It hurts.
We knew that it was gonna hurt too much, so we just had to ghost you now. So
We'll have a going away party.
okay,
I was just gonna ask.
I like that.
We have to do that.
Yes, we do. Peterson's
Jake already got the conies and the dogs out of the freezer.
Perfect.
They're thawing
Okay.
Beautiful.
slowly.
Beautiful.
okay.
This should be.
This is hard,
And
man.
That's cool.
I might come in studio and surprise you guys.
I don't know,
Okay,
man.
you
We
should.
gotta- I don't know.
You should. We got a lot
what's our
going on
schedule
though,
look like?
so
yeah,
that's a
well,
good announcement.
Yeah, shoot me a text. We'll see what happens.
Summer's coming soon.
Do
We
you,
got
wait,
yeah.
do you have a gate key? Do you have a gate key at
Yeah.
the studio?
Does Kay know that? That you made me
Okay,
drop
love
off
you,
the
bye.
gate
Okay,
key?
love
Does
you.
she know
Love you,
that?
bye.
Does she
Love
know
you, bye.
that? Okay.
No, don't tell me anything.
That's real life, guys. Bill got a job in Colorado and is moving.
Yeah.
That was really sad when he announced that to us. I was like, oh, okay, fine. Just leave us.
I love you, Kay.
Did you see Cowboy Cerrone this weekend?
No.
I texted you on Saturday.
I
Are you
know.
watching the fights?
No, I didn't watch, but I
Dude,
saw the highlights.
Quinta, yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Front kick to the face.
So cool. So he's the most winningest fighter in the UFC? In
Already
UFC
was,
history?
but he just keeps tallying.
23 or something?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Next in line was 20.
Good for
So-
him. Cowboy.
Yeah.
Getting that W.
Really excited for him. He called out the champ and Conor McGregor at the same time. So I'm
Oh,
like,
gosh.
please, Conor McGregor. Please, Conor McGregor. Please, Conor McGregor.
Be great.
Somebody said, wait, Bill's moving? He'll still call, right? I don't know, man.
We can't accept out-of-state calls.
Out-of-state phone calls. Yeah, just not allowed. So who knows what's going to happen, guys? Lots of exciting announcements coming your way. Malcolm Jamal Warner at 7:30. Jenny Lesko at 8.
Yeah, man.
And a week from today. Awesome announcement. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss. Change, guys. It's hard. It's hard.
Can we play the Scorpions? Winds of Change. Is that what it was called? Yes. I haven't heard that song in like 30 years.
Right? Nobody's heard it in 30
Yeah.
years. All right, we got to take a break. We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Go there, watch the show, hang out, chime in. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. We'll be right back.
Here is a Star PowerPoint from Billy Graham.
We're just going to shut up and let him preach it.
I read about a Roman slave girl who was given her freedom. And the girl jumps on the ground and says, "You've redeemed me and I will serve you faithfully the rest of my life." Fallen men and women are on the auction block with no one to redeem us. We're lost. We're lost. We're going to judgment in hell. What are we going to do? That's where Jesus Christ came and died and shed his blood and gave his blood to pay for our sins and to redeem us. And if you are not under the blood, you're not going to go to heaven. You must be under the blood. You must be under the blood. Are you sure that that experience has been yours? You have to repent of sin and receive Christ into your own heart?
Star 88, Star PowerPoint.
Have you been praying and you still have no answers? Have you been pouring out your heart for so many years? Have you been hoping that things would have changed by now? Have you cried all the faith you have through so many tears? Don't forget the things that he has done before. And remember, he can do it all once more. It's like the brightest sunrise waiting on the other side of the darkest night. like the brightest sunrise, waiting on the other side of the darkest night. Don't ever lose hope, hold on and believe. Maybe you just haven't seen it, just haven't seen it yet. You're closer than you think you are. All in moments from the break of dawn. All his promises are just up ahead. Maybe you just haven't seen it, just haven't seen it yet. Maybe you just haven't seen it, just haven't seen it yet. Maybe you just haven't seen it. He is moving with the love so deep. Hallelujah for the victory. Good things are coming even when we can't see. We can't see yet, but we believe that He is moving with the love so deep. Hallelujah for the victory. Good things are coming even when we can't see. We can't see yet, but we believe that it's like the brightest sunrise, waiting on the other side of the darkest night. Don't ever lose hope, hold on and believe. Maybe you just haven't seen it, just haven't seen it yet. You're closer than you think you are. All the moments from the break of dawn. All His promises are just up ahead. Maybe you just haven't seen it, just haven't seen it yet. Maybe you just haven't seen it, just haven't seen it yet. Maybe you just haven't seen it, just haven't seen it yet. Maybe you just haven't seen it, just haven't seen it yet.
Is that the Gokers?
Yeah, the Gokers. He liked my prom photo this weekend.
Yeah?
Yeah, just living,
follows me,
living the
too.
dream. Just living that dream.
I mean, I
man.
guilted him when we talked to him, and he followed me anyways.
Yeah.
But it's
No,
cool.
he likes all my photos.
A
It's
guilt
like,
follow
dude,
is absolutely
stop.
acceptable.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he likes a lot of my stuff too, but whatevs.
I mean, you know, I
Whatevs, man.
posted a photo of a Frodo. I posted a photo of my son this
Oh,
weekend.
that's
you
weird
know.
because I posted a photo.
Going to prom.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
No, we don't.
Okay. Anyways,
I have a child that went to prom, guys.
Yeah, he's like 18.
Yeah. Basically. Moving out next week.
646.
High today of 82 degrees.
What's going on in the news today?
Horrifying images of a passenger jet in flames making an emergency landing at the busy international airport in Moscow.
North Korea fired a volley of short-range missiles off its east coast. It's the regime's first tests in more than a year.
A late objection from the president on special counsel Robert Mueller's potential appearance before Congress. Bob Mueller should not testify, the president tweeted.
The president's former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, will begin his 3-year sentence in federal prison.
In the Midwest, heavy rains are swelling the Mississippi to record levels. Its waters have risen to 23 feet in Iowa and Illinois.
Avengers Endgame has crossed $2 billion in just 11 days.
The most controversial Kentucky Derby ever. For the first time in the race's 144-year history, the first horse to cross the finish line is not the winner.
They disqualified him.
They did.
Second place finisher Country House, named Derby champion.
Yeah, did you watch the Kentucky Derby, bro? I didn't either. Is it pretty crazy? Listen to this.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
It is Country House on the outside.
Come on.
Maximum security, so dead game. He
Maximum
keeps
security.
battling on. Maximum security.
Go.
Country House 1-2 down to the line. Maximum security wins the Kentucky Derby. And then it was Country House second, followed by Code of Honor third.
There is an objection that has been posted on the board, so it is unofficial for the moment.
Maximum security moved out of lane before he was clear, forcing the rider of number 1, War of Will, to check up a little bit. They disqualified him.
They did. So for the first time in the history of the Kentucky Derby, the horse that crossed the line first has been disqualified. After the objection, Country House wins the Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
Was that like the Oscars where they said the wrong person? Like, I don't
The
understand.
Oscars. No, that was Miss America World.
No.
universe.
Remember the Oscars? It was like last year or 2 years ago, they said La La Land won, but it was really like Moonlighting or whatever.
I don't know. I don't watch that.
Okay.
But yeah, just like that, man. Yeah. Yeah, first time in more than 50 years. The fastest horse. The one that crossed the finish line first. Didn't win. That horse, Maximum Security, which these horse names are great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Apparently, Maximum Security was swerving into the path of 2 of the other horses. You can't do that. That's a no-no. So there you go. Country House, the winner. Woo! Guess what the first place prize was? $1.86 million. Code of Honor came in second, $660,000. Tacitus, third place, $300,000. Jeez, Country House entered with 65-1 odds, making him the second longest shot to win the Kentucky Derby in the 145-year history of the race. Back in 1913, Donerail won. Donerail? So in 145 years, only one other Kentucky Derby winner was disqualified. That was back in 1968 when a horse named Dancer's Image won, but was stripped of
Dancer's
his title.
Image?
That's
I
right.
really want to get a horse just so I can name it something weird.
Dude, Dancer's Image was he was on drugs. That horse was on drugs. Yeah, failed the drug test. It's real. It's back in 1968. They were juicing those horses up.
This is crazy to me.
Yeah. So there you go. A little bit of drama with the Kentucky Derby. But I don't know.
Okay, so what was the technicality?
I guess
why?
the fastest horse, which was Maximum Security, was swerving into the path of 2 of the other horses, and you can't do that. So he got disqualified. So Country Horse, who was in second place, became the winner.
Unreal.
Unbelievable guy. Just unbelievable.
Imagine being like, because people bet on this stuff, right? Like, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, horse
Yeah.
racing or whatever.
Yeah.
Imagine being the guy who had the
Oh my
winning
gosh.
ticket.
You're just,
My life has changed. I'm buying an island and leaving my family.
we're not going to lose the house.
Woo! Wait, what?
Oh, my gosh. Yep.
Yeah, guys, he was swerving. The horse
What?
was swerving.
Swerving?
So he's disqualified. And that second place horse is now the winner. You think the second place horse was cool being the winner? Like, do you think they were like, hey, horse, we know you weren't the fastest, but you just won the Kentucky Derby. Like, what do you think the horse was thinking? Like, probably just like, man, I could go for some carrots.
Right. What do you think, horse?
Because,
what do
you
you
know.
think? Yeah?
Wow.
You're
It's
hungry?
incredible. Uh-huh. Oh, interesting.
You're drug free?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
good. Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. You
Oh.
hate who?
Oh, wow.
I can't say that on the air. Dump that. For what it's worth, President Trump was not a fan of the Derby's ruling. He tweeted, quote, "The Kentucky Derby decision was not a good one. It was a rough and tumble race track. Actually, a beautiful thing to watch." Well, too bad.
Okay.
You can't do that. That's a no-no. Disqualified. Maximum Security. Goodbye.
Somebody said if we ever want to name our Kentucky Derby horse, there's a method to do it. It's the color of your shirt, the last word you texted,
okay,
and the make of your car.
Okay.
What? Okay, last word I texted. Let's see, color of my shirt. Was that gray?
Huh.
Gray.
All right.
All right. And the last word I texted was to our boss confirming an email this morning. The last word I texted was Jenny.
All right.
And the make of my car is Mazda.
Okay.
So my Kentucky Derby horse is Gray Jenny Mazda. That's the dumbest.
So mine is Black Mom Sadie's?
No, not the last person you texted. The last word you texted. What was the last word you texted?
Mom.
Oh, that was the last word you texted?
Yeah. I said thanks, Mom. Oh. I couldn't get into Netflix last night. So, Black Mom Sadie's? That's my,
Your horse name is way better than mine.
And they're off. Out in front is Game of Thrones leaks, and here comes Stanley Cup playoffs in the clubhouse turn. Mueller's testimony is getting some traction. Measles outbreak is out to set the pace. Venezuelan regime is losing ground. And through the second turn, no collusion is fading, followed closely by pushing off impeachment. And Diana Ross's TSA agent makes a move. Magic Johnson's exit is coming out of nowhere.
Okay. Those horse names are ridiculous.
Well, it's because they're all like headlines. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Kentucky Derby, man. I'm going to watch next year just because of this disqualification.
Oh, see, look, somebody chimed in. Their horse name would be Red Time Dodge. See, that sounds cool.
Red Time Dodge.
Red Time Dodge.
Yeah.
Great Jenny Mazda doesn't make any sense, and I don't like it.
I like it. It's better than Black Mom Sadie's. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
How about the Black Mamba Sadie's? Yeah. That's right. Well, good morning. We have Malcolm Jamal Warner. He was on The Cosby Show back in the day. I know, but hey.
Guys, I got 2 phone calls over the weekend from our booking agent / publicist who was like, hey, don't talk about this.
Yeah, we can't talk. Yeah, and I don't
Like, are we allowed to even mention, like, you may know him from... like, what do you... Yeah, we don't even have to talk about it.
Yeah.
He is on a show called The Resident. He plays A.J. Austin, Dr. A.J. He is hands down the best character on the show. He plays this, gosh, I'm like, how to describe Dr. A.J. on The Resident? He's very sure of himself.
Okay.
He's one of the most
very confident,
brilliant surgeons in the world.
All right.
And, oh, man, but he's never wrong. You know what I mean? Because there's those characters that are, like, kind of arrogant, and then, but then all of a sudden they make a mistake, and he's, like, dead on. So it's like, if he says something, you better listen.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was in Sneaky Pete. That's that Amazon Prime series that I watch.
Yeah.
He's really good in that. What else? Oh, Suits. He's in Suits. That's a good one. He was in the Lethal Weapon series. I remember him in that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was on Sons. Did you already mention that?
Sons. He was in Sons, yeah. Yeah, he's dabbled.
Yeah.
Since playing Theo Huxtable.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to him coming up at 7:30, The Resident on Fox. And what else?
He was Rita's lawyer on Dexter. What?
Really?
Yeah. He's been in a lot of stuff.
He has.
Paul says, enough small talk. End the game.
End the game.
We'll get to it, guys. We will. We got a lot going on this morning. 7:30, Malcolm Jamal Warner, 8 o'clock. Believe we've got Jenny Lesko.
Levi Lesko's wife?
Yeah.
She's
going to be here this weekend.
Beautiful. All right, we got to take a quick break. Live from the Dream Style Remodeling, Star 88 Studios. Also live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Good morning, Landon Ivy. Kim, good morning. Jordan, Trish, Casey, Dento. Lots of people chiming in on a Monday. Good morning, everyone. We'll be right back.
Though marriage is endangered, it isn't doomed. Skip Heitzig hits this hotspot.
You need to know it doesn't just happen. It's not automatic. It's the deliberate result of determined people willing to make it work with God's grace and strength.
Hotspot. God meant marriage to last a lifetime.
So marriage requires a deep, determined commitment of permanence.
Want more from Skip? Visit connectwithskip.com. As Skip says, marriage begins with a commitment.
They may start with just this commitment, hey, let's get married. God raises it up to a higher level called a covenant. Higher level. Marriage is to be seen as a sacred union, not a piece of paper.
Increase your Bible knowledge with Skip's reading plans. Search for Skip Heitzig in the YouVersion Bible app.
It doesn't need to just be regarded, it needs to be guarded. It needs to be protected. It needs to be shielded.
Hotspot.
Tony Evans. This is a Star 88 Supernova.
Haman, he was from Agag. Agag was the king that Saul refused to kill. So when Saul refused to kill him, he had other lineage that came forward. So by the time you get to the book of Esther, there are thousands of people against the Jews because Saul didn't deal with it like God said deal with it years ago, because if he would have dealt with it when God said deal with it, there wouldn't have been a Haman who was tied to Agag who would have put you in this problem to start with. That's why we're having issues in our country today, because sins that didn't get dealt with years ago keep coming up because we don't cut the sin short. We've got to say, I'm going to not only deal with a piece of the sin, because if you cut out summer cancer, whatever you leave behind is going to manifest itself one more time at the right season.
That was Pastor Tony Evans on a Star 88 Supernova. This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm.
Everything is great, go back to the day watching movies in the base. And the problem is now I feel like everything has changed. And I'm trying to make a living on the music, but I feel like every time I look at you, I'm in a place. It's hard to be the man of the house when you ain't got a house. I hate this. Yeah. It's complicated, it's complicated, it's complicated. We don't wanna talk, we don't wanna talk. It's complicated. I'm sitting in the hotel room like, why? Call your phone and apologize. Gotta be a way we can make this right. We can make this right. I'm holding on to pieces of us that I just can't let go. I know this is a desperate kind of love. I know this, but it feels like it's home. Where you going? I'm holding on to pieces of us, 'cause I just can't let go. I'm holding on to pieces of us that I just can't let go. I know this is a desperate kind of love, but it feels like it's home. Wait, wait, wait,
Wait on Star 88, 704.
High today of 82 degrees.
Good morning. Wake up! It's the Morning Invasion.
That's right, guys. Good morning. It is. It is TMI. We are here on a Monday. Thank you so much for hanging out. We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Of course, he played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, and he's doing some great stuff. Great work on The Residents.
Yeah, dude.
Fox will be calling in. I guess the finale's coming up.
Yep.
For season 2.
Oh, man.
There's already 2 seasons out, huh? Okay. Steve-O says it's one of his favorite shows. We'll see. We'll see. I do like those medical dramas. I got to get caught up on Grey's Anatomy. I'm about 10 episodes behind.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in their like 20th season. How crazy is that?
Dude, that's insane to me.
Well, good morning, everybody. You guys can hang out with us. Phone lines are open if you'd like to call in. 505-338-3700. Well, let's just get it over with. Let's just talk in-game.
Are we talking end game?
Let's do it. Okay, guys, if you haven't seen in-game, you better tune out. See you later. Bye. 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 Spoilers coming up. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That's our...
Every 30 seconds, I'm going to interrupt you and remind people spoilers because, people are just tuning in. They're getting in their cars. That's the hardest part about this, Steve-O.
Okay.
People are getting into their car, and then you're in the middle of talking, and it's like, oh, man, what? So just warning you, dude, this is all on Steve-O.
Okay, how about this?
Yes.
I've got so much Endgame to talk about, and if you've seen Endgame, there's like no disagreeing on this. It's the biggest and best movie in the history of ever.
And you want to destroy it for those people that haven't seen it
So
yet.
I don't want to spoil the movie necessarily, but let's talk about it.
How do you talk about it without spoiling it?
Well, I want to talk about some of the nuances that people may not know. How about that? Rather than just go, this is my favorite part, and I loved this, and I love that, because we could do that for 30 days straight and still have things to talk about. It's 3 hours and 2 minutes long, and from start to finish, it's incredible.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, it's incredible. It really is.
So how about something like this? We'll start light.
Oh, boy.
One of the most iconic lines that people keep tweeting, hashtagging, using so much is a line that a daughter says to a father.
Oh, boy.
I love you, 3000. No! I love you, 3000. So that's an incredible line. And people immediately were going, why 3,000, right? Like, where did that come from? And if you look at the total runtime from all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe films,
3,000 seconds, 3,000 minutes.
3,000 minutes.
That's right.
Is the total runtime of all of the Marvel films.
Whoa.
So, of course, people were like, well, that's exactly where it comes from. It's because there's 3,000 minutes. That's actually not where it comes from.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, but it's entirely coincidental. Recently, director Anthony Russo sat down in an interview and was talking about that line, which has become one of the most quoted lines of the entire film.
We're losing so many people on YouTube right now.
That's okay. It's because Paul Short nailed it. Huge fan of Outkast, and they love Andre 3000.
Oh.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, yeah.
That's exactly where it comes from.
Is it?
Huge fan.
Is that true?
That's why the Hulk is in Hulk mode the whole time in talks, because they wanted to honor Big Boy. And then also Andre 3000.
Here they are. This is Outkast.
Uh-oh. None of that's real. That's not real at all.
No!
No, that's not real. That's not real. The line actually comes from Robert Downey Jr.'s children.
Hold on. Spoilers. Spoilers.
Spoilers. If you're just joining
in-game
us.
spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Leave now.
Spoilers.
Or it will
Spoilers.
be spoiled.
Spoiler.
Thank you.
Spoiler alert. Avengers Endgame spoiler alert. I don't know why we're giving alerts. The Russo says we're free and clear to talk about it now.
Wow.
Which is funny because all weekend I was at Astro Zombies working because it was May the 4th and Free Comic Book Day. Walked into the store. I was like, have you seen Endgame? Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's talk. A lot of people have. Some still haven't. But it turns out that, Robert Downey Jr. revealed one of his children always tells him, Daddy, I love you 3000.
Oh.
And he wanted to honor his child. So, Christopher Marcus, one of the co-writers of the film, confirmed it to Fandango, saying, well, as much as we'd like to take credit for what is inevitably going to be one of the most memorable lines in Marvel Cinematic Universe history, that is something that Robert and his children actually say to each other. So he brought it from real life onto the set, and that's where we get I Love You 3000. Oh, man. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
I love it. I love it. Spoilers?
Spoiling. We're spoiling in-game.
Spoiling
This contains
in-game.
spoiling spoilers. Just leave now.
Spoiler alert.
Or you'll be spoiled if you haven't seen Endgame.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. One more?
One more? Okay.
How about this? Another line that is clearly discussed and talked about more than any others almost didn't happen. In my opinion, the most iconic and probably important line of the entire film.
In-game spoilers.
Spoilers? In-game? In-game?
In-game. Leave now or get it spoiled if you haven't seen
Spoilers?
spoiler.
In-game? I am Iron Man.
Oh.
It comes in the most pivotal moment in the entire film. It is the line, in my opinion. Because
I am Thanos.
it comes. No, he says I am inevitable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. and then Robert Downey Jr.
Well,
delivers
yeah.
the line, which takes you all the way back to the very first Iron Man film, because that's how the first film ended. And so they thought, you would think, oh, well, clearly they've had that going for them this whole time, and that's how they're going to do it. Duh. Actually, they completed production on the film. All the photography, they're done. They're in the editing room and doing everything. And I guess they're getting to this moment and they're editing and Thanos delivers the I am inevitable line, and then all of a sudden realizes he doesn't have anything, and boom, cut to Iron Man, and he stands there and he just looks at him and doesn't say anything.
He just snapped. Iron Man just snaps his fingers.
Snaps his fingers.
Spoilers, guys. Spoilers. We're talking in-game spoilers. Leave now or
Which, let's be real. To me, that's the most iconic moment of the entire film. It is.
I don't know. It's good.
Dude.
Not iconic.
Because it just goes full circle to the very beginning, to Iron Man 1, what started the entire thing, and brings you to that line.
Black Sabbath.
Originally, he said absolutely nothing. So the Russo brothers were talking about being in the editing room, and they're putting the movie together, and we're standing in the editing room going, man, this doesn't feel right. It's Tony Stark. He's the quipper of all quippers. He's always got something smart and witty to say. And it just didn't make any sense because he just stands there and gives this dope look and boom!
Yeah.
And so they're in the editing room and they looked at each other and they're like, this isn't working. He has to say something. This is a character who has lived and died by quips, and we just couldn't. We tried a million different last lines in the editing room, but I guess apparently America, Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Infinity War, and Endgame, was sitting there on a computer editing away, and he's in his chair listening to them all freaking out and going over this conversation while he's editing the film, and he turns around and he says, quote, well, why don't we just go full circle with it and say, I am Iron Man? Random editor in the editing room floor. And so
Bravo,
I guess the
buddy.
Russos said the idea was so good that they immediately were like, grab a camera, get Robert on the phone. We're shooting this tomorrow, because they had already finished shooting everything.
That's crazy. I wonder how much that happens where actors have to come back and reshoot something.
So now they had to do this, think of that moment, that giant moment, and they're done with filming, and all of a sudden they're like, we got to go back to, the moment.
Yeah, Robert
Get
Downey Jr. is like on
get
an island
everybody
having
together.
a vacation. Hey, we need you to fly back right now so you can recut this.
And so they said all it took was one editor, and then there's the callback to like the original Iron Man film and an incredible farewell to arguably the most iconic character in the Marvel films.
That's right,
So
man.
I thought that was really, really cool because you would assume that they had this whole thing like mapped out from beginning to end, and that one is one that
And that's a good you know what? That's a perfect example of this guy who is probably really a nobody and behind the scenes.
Right?
And he just all of a sudden blurts,
blurts it out.
Like,
Hey,
what about he just says
You know, like,
I'm Iron Man.
I'm Iron Man.
And everybody's like, what? How many times do we not speak up in meetings or say anything? And yeah, it could be just something so simple, but everybody's just I think a lot of times we complicate things too much, and we just are thinking of like, oh, it's got to be epic, and then no, it doesn't. I am Iron Man.
Yep.
You know?
Everybody's freaking out. All right, guys, 4-hour drive ahead of me. Keep me entertained. I'll try not to text and drive, but in game, all caps. Somebody else said, I absolutely loved Nebula's character development. I agree.
Spoilers, guys. If you're just tuning in, spoilers. We're doing in-game spoilers. Steve wanted to do it.
Somebody said, dude, in my opinion, if you haven't watched Endgame by now, but are careful about spoilers, you are treading in some deep, deep, deep water.
Deep water.
Somebody else said, I'm so giddy right now with this conversation. Somebody else said, I got to be honest, I'm not trying to be funny or insulting. I dozed off and on about 5 times in the middle while they went back at the various points in time.
Huh. Were you tired
I was going
to
say,
begin with?
Take a nap?
Did you go to the midnight showing? Or are you just a really lame person?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I will say this. This is one of my things. When I was watching Endgame.
Spoilers?
About 3/4 of the way through the movie, I'm sitting there going, "What? Where's Captain Marvel? Like, she didn't really have that big of a role in Endgame." And I was sitting there going, "Well, she's gonna show up, probably at the end and do something." And then she showed up, but it still was okay. That's cool.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I'm so thankful they did it that way.
Yeah.
I would have been so mad if she showed up and just like blew everything up and saved the day.
Because she is
It was like,
overpowered.
look at me, I'm Superman. I would have been so mad. I thought it was incredible. Spoilers.
We're
Endgame
spoiling
spoilers.
Endgame, guys.
Spoiling Endgame.
Leave now.
My personal favorite moment where I just gasped and lost my mind comes from a comic moment in April of 1988, and that is where Captain America proved worthy.
Ooh,
It
that's a good
happened.
moment.
Yeah, I drove as soon as I saw the movie. I drove straight to Astro Zombies because we had one copy of the Mighty Thor issue 390 from April 1998, where Captain America lifts Mjolnir, and I was like, I'm buying it right now. And it's already like tripled in value. So good.
He's
purchase.
worthy, guys.
Good purchase.
Captain America is worthy of Thor's hammer.
Honestly wasn't expecting that at all.
Neither was
and
Thor.
when it lifted and flew past Thor, I was like, Vision? Because remember in Age of Ultron, Vision hands him the hammer, and so you're like, is he back? And then, dude, when it
Spoilers, in-game spoilers.
when it hit Cap and he's just standing there holding the hammer, I just
lost it.
I involuntarily yelled in the theater, like, oh, like full on, just like scared people, but everybody else was screaming. So it oh my gosh. Yeah.
The first moment
Oh
for
my
me
gosh.
in Endgame where, because I was really good through the movie. I didn't cry. And I remember you saying, like, I cried through the whole thing. And so I think I was halfway through the movie. I was going, I haven't cried yet. And then Spider-Man
Oh, dude.
and Iron Man
Mr. Stark.
finally. And Iron Man is looking at Spider-Man,
Oh,
and I could not hold it together. And then he grabs Spidey and just holds him, and I'm just like, oh Okay, fine. Let it. Okay.
Yeah.
That was the first time I kind of lost it.
Yep. So I told this story once before. In-game spoilers, by the way. Spoilers. In-game spoilers.
Spoilers.
Sitting next to Brody Parker in the movie theater, and of course, I'm so proud of this kid. He's 6 years old, and he didn't fall asleep in the movie. Star Me member, dude. He was glued to like the whole time, like edge of a seat, watching the whole thing, and really enjoying it. And the moment that Cap is standing there and Falcon says, "On your left," is when Brody's chin started to crinkle, and then all of a sudden you see all of the circles. And when Black Panther walks through, that was the moment that Brody just started bawling, but like not sad. And it was like, are you okay? You know, and it was like he was so overcome with emotion and happy that I think it was the first time in his little 6 years of life that he just started crying out of like joy. And so he was like, he couldn't explain anything. It was like, dude, you don't have to say a word. But I just bawled. I lost it because of my son, because it was so cool. I like think of that like childlike wonder and getting to experience something like that on the big screen. So yeah. Yeah.
That's
so
very cool.
We got a lot of questions coming in now because we can actually talk about it.
Well, spoilers, guys. If you're just joining us or just tuning in on YouTube or getting in your car, we're talking in-game spoilers.
Yeah, Felicia said the same thing when they reappeared. Everybody started. Yeah, I just lost it. I couldn't stop crying. So Kim said, "Are you kidding me? I cried in the very first scene of the movie, Hawkeye with his family, dude. Come on, you have no soul."
Yeah, you know, honestly. Well, I think there was 2 trailers. They had 2 trailers. Is it because the movie's so long? Did you have a lot of trailers?
We had a lot of trailers.
See, I didn't have a lot of trailers.
Yeah.
And so I thought that the beginning of the movie was a trailer. I'm like, oh, wait. No, this is the movie.
Pat says we were all of Rocket's one-liners. All of his lines were the best. He was so great. You know, you guys know me, obviously, with my dad. So when Tony Stark went back to the 70s and was able to have a conversation with Howard Stark, and he's like talking about being nervous and like his son cool. and in the elevator, I was like, oh my gosh, what a moment. So people are, someone said I cried at least 4 times more than any movie ever. Once in Logan, once in Coco, 4 times in Endgame. So somebody said weird, most likely unpopular opinion. I thought Endgame was phenomenal and totally unprecedented, but I'm not sure it's my favorite Marvel film. I need to see it again because there was so much going on.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
But brilliantly done. You know, with the whole time travel thing, and it was so cool how they were able to go back in time and then literally first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
They were able to capture all of the scenes from the first Avengers, but then get different angles.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
This is insane how they did it.
Spoilers, by the way.
I think they really went back in time.
Spoilers.
I think they really used the time machine for Endgame.
Yeah. We have so many questions coming in, so go ahead, Anson.
Go ahead there, Starmy. Go ahead. By the way, spoilers.
Okay, spoiler. Okay, I want to get really technical.
Oh,
so what's the deal with Spider-Man going back to high school?
Okay.
Wouldn't all those kids have aged 5 years?
That's the first thing I thought of. However, no, because they've already confirmed the only person you really see, although you see his crew in the Far From Home trailer, think about everybody who was snapped is the same age they were when they snapped. So they would still be in high school. You only see Ned, his best friend. So it's pretty easy to assume that Ned was also dusted.
Yeah.
So, but in the trailer, they're all there.
Right.
And they go on a field trip. So are they all snapped?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all snapped.
Think about like Ant-Man. His entire crew was snapped. Wasp, Hank Pym.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
and there's what, maybe 8-7 people in Spider-Man
of an entire high school that were so
that are actually like
it's easy.
in
That's
the
like
movie?
the easy writer's way around it, that they were all snapped up because half of existence were dusted.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm with you.
It's a stretch, but I'll go with it.
Did you see
It's
the
a
latest
stretch
trailer?
that
Did
7
you see
Brooklyn
the
kids were
latest
snapped
trailer?
up.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, there's a new trailer drop today.
Yeah, it's good.
Also, remember the Star Meet spoilers.
We're doing spoilers, in-game spoilers.
We got to pause because Malcolm Jamal Warner's calling in any second now. But
that's true.
Although maybe we should just ask him if he's seen it because
True.
spoilers. Somebody said, wait. The first time you cried was Spidey. How did you not cry over that Black Widow Hawkeye scene?
Yeah, I mean, see, that
How
Sorry.
did you
No.
not cry?
Because Black Widow, yes, she needs to die. She needs to sacrifice
You know what the
herself.
funny thing is? In the original script, that had a different outcome.
Oh, no kidding.
In the original script, and when they were blocking it and filming it and doing everything, they were like, dude, this really is a perfect ending for her. Because in the script, they had Hawkeye sacrificing himself.
Wow.
That scene was incredible because the whole time I'm going, who's gonna go? This is awful! Yeah. You really didn't, like, nothing?
Nothing there,
Do you
no.
have a soul?
No.
Like, what if it was you and me and one of us had to take the fall, man?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That didn't really I loved the scene because here's two heroes being heroes and wanting to sacrifice themselves
Yeah.
because that's what heroes do. But at the same time, Hawkeye's got a family. Hawkeye's got kids.
Oh, okay, so just because she's, like,
Exactly.
single doesn't,
Yeah, she
like,
doesn't have
she just
kids.
doesn't have any value? Like,
Where's her
just kill
family
her?
at? She doesn't even have a
Oh, gosh,
family.
you're the worst.
Her family's the Avengers. She needs to go.
I bawled. I
Yeah.
cried. Oh, I cried.
Hawkeye has a lot to live for. She really doesn't.
Oh my gosh! So if you don't have a family, you're valueless, basically. is
Yeah,
what you're
when
telling
you
us,
when you write it down on paper, she's the one who goes.
Gosh,
when you write it down on paper, she's the one who goes.
Wow.
He's got kids, man.
Okay.
Come on, dude. And there's no bringing back Black Widow. I mean, she has to sacrifice herself to get the stone. There's no bringing her back.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, Robert Redford. Somebody said, incredible moment. Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
Spoilers, guys. Spoilers. In-game spoilers.
My boy Noe Rush wants to know if Stan Lee was in it. Does that mean you haven't seen it and you're listening to this conversation? Get out of here, kid! No, don't ruin it for yourself. Of course he's in it. It's actually his last cameo. It is his final cameo. Still, my favorite cameo of all of his will be Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Because he plays Stan Lee in Captain Marvel, reading a script for Mallrats because he's on his way to film his scene in Mallrats. And that's my fave because the main character's name in Mallrats, Brody.
Oh.
So.
By the way, coming up here in just a few minutes, Malcolm Jamal Warner. He played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, and he's calling in about his medical drama on Fox called The Resident.
Yeah.
He'll be calling in.
Our boy Jamil chimed in and said the scene where Cap's shield is broken and he's thrown to the ground, then stands back up, and they pan to a view of him against the entire Thanos army just really captured everything Captain America for me. Yeah. Dude, that movie was the most Captain America of Captain America's. When he finally got to say the line, Avengers Assemble, lost it. I actually cried tears of joy in that moment. Yelled,
didn't cry.
Cried. I know.
I did cry. The last 20 minutes of the movie, I was just dying inside. I was crying pretty
So
hard.
here's good news. Somebody said, man, I could get behind the in-game version of Hawkeye. I would have loved a movie about his time when he was a vigilante. So here's the deal, man. I know we're going to interview Malcolm Jamal Warner in a second, but now that we can talk about things, Disney Plus has announced a bunch of television series that they're working on. We know that there's going to be a Falcon and Winter Soldier series. And from the ending, we know that Falcon's taken over the mantle. We're going to get a Scarlet Witch Vision series, so that's going to be interesting. They also did announce a Jeremy Renner Hawkeye series, and we don't know where that's going to take place. So it could take place during the time that he was Ronin. They also announced a Loki series. And so everybody's wondering how they were going to do it because Tom Hiddleston is returning as Loki. But then in the film, if you notice, the Avengers 1 version of Loki escapes with the Tesseract, and we never see him again.
Yeah.
So evil Loki with the Tesseract is running around currently. So, yeah.
Man.
Yep.
I want to see a Captain Marvel Agent Carter where Captain America goes back in time.
Yeah.
And they get to live their life together. That's the series I want.
You just really boring, like them going to the movies.
Just
and
drama.
What he felt when he walked out of the first Star Wars movie in
Exactly.
1977,
Yes.
holding
That's what I
his
want.
girl's hand.
But make it more, Carter, Agent
So,
Carter.
Here's somebody said, but if Gamora can come back, why not Black Widow? Gamora didn't come back. So you guys got to think time travel. The way that they did it, it's still linear. So this was still like the present. Gamora doesn't come back. That's the Gamora from the past that went into the present. So this Gamora doesn't know Star-Lord. She never met him. She has no relationship to Peter Quill, which is why she has the response she has when she sees him.
Yes.
And he's like happy. So anyway, pause.
All right, guys. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning. How
Oh,
are you?
Gosh, it's been forever.
It's been forever. Where have you guys been?
Carl, we love you.
You know, just here living the dream. Carl, I just got my press pass for New York Comic Con, so lunch.
All right.
Lunch.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. We got to
Good,
do
good.
lunch for sure.
Okay. Perfect.
Miss your voice,
Well,
dude.
I miss you guys too. Where have you been?
We're around. We're here. We're
All
just
right.
chilling. We're
Well, I
living the
guess,
dream.
I could just text you, but
You could.
Anyway,
You could.
I'm going to bring you Malcolm instead.
Yes, we'll take it.
Here he is.
All right.
Malcolm
Hey,
Jamal
Malcolm.
Warner.
We're going to Albuquerque. This is Dex and here we go.
Here we are.
Okay.
And Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes, dude. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Doing very well. I got to tell you right off the bat, man, my wife has always tried to get me to watch ER, Grey's Anatomy, all these shows. And I'm like, I don't care about your shows because it's more about these crazy relationships. And I can't handle all the crazy blood. And don't make me watch another doctor show. And then she was like, hey, that dude you liked from The Good Wife is going to be on a new doctor show. And I was like, fine, I'll check it out. And then you showed up. And AJ Austin is the only reason I am watching The Resident. You are hands down the dopest character on this show.
Wow.
Dopest character.
Oh, thank you, man. That's so great to hear. He is a dope character. He's a lot of fun to play. I have such a blast with him.
I'm so excited to talk to you, man. Yeah, because seriously, I don't watch medical dramas. I don't get into, like, I'm like Netflix kid, so I'm like the dark and brooding, can't watch, network TV shows. And your character, AJ, has got to be, like you said, so fun to play because I want to know what it's like walking on and you're looking at the script and it's like, all right, basically I am the most arrogant, confident, incredible surgeon, and you have yet to be wrong. Like, this character is never, ever, ever wrong about anything.
Wow.
So what's that like?
It's so great because I say that I get to finally play the guy I don't allow myself to be. As an artist, like as an artist, we want to, as much as I want to not care about what people think about me, the success of my art is largely based on what people think about me.
Yeah.
So to be able to play AJ, who does not care what people think, all he cares about is delivering the truth and doing his job. It's so free to be able to be that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Dude, are we going to get no spoilers, although it is in-game spoiler release day, so if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, we're gonna talk hard on that. Have you seen Endgame yet?
I've not seen it. I've not seen it.
You need to go see it, man.
Do you
Today
watch
was the
those?
day.
Do you watch the Marvel movies?
I do not.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow. I feel like.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I've got buddies that do, and
What's your problem, man?
I'd love to get into it, but there's just there's
your problem?
There's so much life, and there's so much content out there that I want to see. Like, there's so much television that I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a 2-year-old daughter. I'm still playing bass.
We all do, Malcolm.
Yeah.
We all have busy lives, yet we seem to find time to watch all of them.
Hey, I'm busy watching The Resident, so.
Right, there you go. Right.
So here's what I want to know. I want to know, will there ever be a time where AJ is wrong, man? Because even like harking back to the time where it was like possible that AJ was wrong, and then it's like, no, that device failed. It wasn't AJ, because AJ is never wrong. Like, do you want to get to a place with your character where something, I mean, that's got to be a major thing. It seems like he's literally never wrong about anything.
Yeah, that's probably a better question for the for the writers and the showrunners.
Yeah.
What was fun though was actually playing those those 2 episodes where I went from being dead right to questioning myself. Like that was really interesting to have to play. Because at some point my mentor tells me that my arrogance is what killed my patience. So there was being able to have those 2 episodes where I had to play something different was a lot of fun too for this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta watch this, Malcolm, because I like these medical dramas. I'm a big fan, and I haven't seen this yet.
I'm
so
like mad at you because I've
kinda
talked
looking
about
forward
it
to
since like it was season 2 finale tonight, yo.
Well, I
Like,
get nervous.
I've been telling you for 2
But
years.
here's the thing, Malcolm. I get nervous to jump in on a new show sometimes because I'm scared it's gonna get canceled. So I'll just wait till I can binge watch it, knowing all right, this is a cool show that is going.
Well, I'll tell you this. So when I started on the show, I was on the last 3 episodes of season 1.
Yep.
And when I started working, the show hadn't aired yet. So all I'd seen was the pilot. So I didn't really know much about the show.
Mm-hmm.
I knew my episodes were great, but I didn't know much about the show. So when the show started to air and we started watching the show, we were like, this is really a good show.
Mm-hmm.
So I became a fan of the show even before my episode started to air. So when I tell people about the show, of course I want people to see my work. But, I will say that it is a really good show to binge watch from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I couldn't agree more. And I'm not like medical drama guy at all in any way, shape, or form. It just kind of hit me out of left field. And I only started watching it because of Matt, who plays Conrad, because he was kind of a cool character on another show. My wife watched The Good Wife, and I'm like, but I always got to find one character. If I can find one character that like I agree with, or I just enjoy, or the acting is fantastic or set apart, I'm like, word, that's my guy. I'll watch the show for this guy. And AJ Austin has become that guy for me because I'm telling you, man, you're doing some of the best work I've ever seen you do, hands down. So it's great. It's great.
I definitely appreciate that. Thank you, man.
So let's talk, The Resident, obviously, tonight, season 2 finale. Season 3 already picked up and some amazing things. But away from The Resident, you said you've got a 2-year-old. You're still playing bass. Like, how do you find the time to do all of these things?
It is hard as hell.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Go ahead.
I try. I'm literally, stealing time wherever I can to come in here and practice. And I'm doing some work with a couple of artists down here in Atlanta. So it's a constant struggle, juggling, the acting, juggling the production, and juggling the musicianship. But they're all 3 things I love, and my daughter and my wife. So you have to find time and steal time and make time to do the things you love.
Yeah.
So I can't really love the whole Marvel world as I would like to because I've got other things that take precedence. I totally get it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if maybe you get picked up for Black Panther 2, and then all of a sudden it's like you got to play this major villain, and I want to see you in a Marvel movie, man, because you are incredible, and these movies are making a gajillion.
But I wouldn't
dollars,
hire you because you've never seen any of them.
No,
so
I would
wouldn't hire you, Malcolm.
I would hire you
better get
based
on
your skill.
I would do but I'm the kind of actor that would do the research.
Yep.
That's what's important.
Boom.
It's a lot of hours, man. You better get on it.
Yeah,
just
there's
in
like
case.
47 hours of Marvel movies right
Oof.
now, if you can believe that. It's
Goodness.
ridiculous. So, yeah. So as
that's the reason why I can't watch Game of Thrones from the beginning.
Right? Yeah, I didn't even try. I'm like, no, pass. So, as an artist, like you're pouring out in The Resident, you're playing bass, and a family man. What is inspiring to you? Because you say you got to like try and find the time to make time for all these incredible things you love. But away from that, like, where are you finding this inspiration for this character AJ right now, who's this confident, very correct, arrogant dude?
Yes. Look, just the fact that I get to go in and play him every day. Like I said, I'm playing a guy that I don't allow myself to play in real life. So, like, all of that arrogance and whatnot is like it's somewhere beneath the surface of who I am. So it allows me just to go out and I think that arrogance personally, here you go. The arrogant part of me loves to get out and play when I go to work.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Gosh, man. Dude, The Resident, the season
Gonna
2
watch it,
finale.
man.
It's an incredible show. And again, you are the reason I'm watching it. So I was so excited that we could get even just a few minutes with you this morning to talk AJ Austin. Anything you want to see in season 3 as we're like wrapping up season 2 tonight?
Well, I know we're definitely going to get more into the Raptor's life.
Okay.
His personal life.
Yes.
His family life. What makes him who he is. So I'm excited to explore that side of it.
Word.
Well,
Very cool.
All right. We are too, man. We are too.
Also,
Thank
good
you.
stuff on Sneaky Pete. I know you don't have
dude.
a huge role in that, but I like what you do in that.
Yeah,
It's
that
good.
was, actually, that was really my favorite role up until The Resident. So, yeah. I think that role helped prepare me for The Resident.
Good.
Nice. Yes, dude. There you go.
right.
I'll trade you. You watch The Resident. I'm going to pick up
Okay.
Sneaky Pete. We'll check it out.
Sounds good.
Malcolm, thank you so much for the time, man.
Thanks, man.
Yes, dude. Amazing.
Excellent people. Brothers, have a good one.
Yeah,
you, buddy.
too, man. All right.
Bye, Carl. Bye. There you go. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
I'm such a fan.
Season 2 finale coming up of The Resident on Fox. Yes, Fox. All right, we got to take a break, guys. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
I'm Daniel, and it's time to get
Conrad
into
is so
techno.
different.
Our wireless friends in Rad have announced a new smartphone plan dubbed Just Kids. The new plan includes an LTE plan with unlimited talk and text and a 5 gig data cap. It also features the Smart Family Premium suite of parental controls that allows you to GPS your kid, block apps, websites, and even pause the interwebs. The new plan from Verizon also has a safety mode to throttle your kid's phone if they bust through those 5 gigs of data. So what's the pricing like? Well, it's not awesome if you're on a budget. If you already got a bunch of unlimited lines, they'll kick in each kid line for about $5. Otherwise, you're looking at starting out at $55. That's a hard proposition when you have companies out there like Visible offering unlimited everything on Verizon's own network for only $40 a month. And it's an even harder proposition when you consider how you want to train up your kid. I mean, do you really want them constantly obsessed with social media and lost in the dark corners of the internet with their nose in their phone 24/7? I'm Daniel, and now you're in the techno on Star 88.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Laurie.
Jesus said in Mark 11:22, have faith in God. Now, the reason I bring this up is some people say, well, I don't believe in faith. I am a person who believes you must see it to believe it. I don't apply faith anywhere in my life. Faith is for fools. Really? Come on, use faith all the time. How about when you board a 747? Though you know little about aerodynamics, you trust that somehow, even though it has a takeoff weight of 900,000 pounds, that baby's gonna get up in the air and get you safely to your destination, and you're also applying faith toward the people in the cockpit that are flying that beast. So don't tell me you don't use faith. Use faith every day. God's saying, put your faith in me. Have faith in God.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
Certain uncertainty. I know that I'm called to go, but I don't understand the details.
Need some divine direction? Here's Craig Rochelle on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
Lord determines your steps. I know that I'm called to go, but I don't understand the details. Show me the details. All I'm going to do is show you the next step. Certain uncertainty. Sometimes people ask me as a leader, now, Craig, what's your plan for the future of the church? And let me tell you, my philosophy of leadership has changed significantly. What's your plan? My plan is rarely about the future. My plan is to be obedient today. Say it again. My plan is rarely about the future. My plan is to be obedient today. I cannot see the future, but I can be faithful to take the next step. But I want certainty. I want certainty. You want certainty? Here's some certainty. God will never leave you. He will never forsake you.
Now that's a PowerPoint with Craig Rochelle on Star 88.
Locking eyes away. Broken silence defiant, misspoken. Will I see you again if ever? Come on and leave me here on a vagabond throne, wandering the night alone. Right now you're over there in a social club state, wondering the why. Why we alone? A little bit closer to finding the real you. A little bit closer to finding the truth. Stranger things have happened. Stronger men have answered. A little bit closer to loving you. That defying, I'm lying. If I didn't tell you, you keep me up late at night. Is it alright if I call you lover, even though we don't know each other? And probably never will. Would you stay with me here in my dreams? If I promised you this heaven, would you take a chance or make believe dance? Close my eyes and we're together. A little bit closer to finding the real you. A little bit closer to finding the truth. Stranger things have happened. Stronger men have answered. A little bit closer to finding the real you. A little bit closer to finding the truth. Stranger things have happened. Stronger men have answered. A little bit closer to loving you. A little bit closer to holding you. A little bit closer to knowing you. A little bit closer to touching you.
Amber Lynn on Star 88. 748.
High today of 82 degrees.
What's going on in the news today?
Horrifying images of a passenger jet in flames making an emergency landing at the busy international airport in Moscow.
North Korea fired a volley of short-range missiles off its east coast. It's the regime's first tests in more than a year.
A late objection from the president on special counsel Robert Mueller's potential appearance before Congress. Bob Mueller should not testify, the president tweeted.
The president's former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, will begin his 3-year sentence in federal prison.
In the Midwest, heavy rains are swelling the Mississippi to record levels. Its waters have risen to 23 feet in Iowa and Illinois.
Avengers Endgame has crossed $2 billion in just 11 days.
The most controversial Kentucky Derby ever. For the first time in the race's 144-year history, the first horse to cross the finish line is not the winner.
They disqualified.
They did.
Second place finisher Country House, named Derby champion.
Country House.
Country House. All that controversy about horses.
That's right.
Oh, man.
We just watched a brand new Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. Just dropped, and it contains lots of spoilers for all you people out there that haven't watched Avengers Endgame. So, looks incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just the amazingly incredible Spider-Man.
If you have not seen Endgame, do not watch that trailer.
Don't need spoilers, man.
The whole trailer is a spoiler. Like a major spoiler. I am freaking out about Spider-Man.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch the last two Spideys. They were so good. Spider-Man!
Yeah! We're going to talk to Jenny Lesko at 8 o'clock about her thoughts on Avengers Endgame.
That's right, everybody. Jenny
That's
Lesko.
exactly what we're going to talk to her about.
That's right. She'll be in town, throwing down. She's got things to say.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to her coming up here at 8 o'clock this morning. Yeah. You guys can chime in on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Good morning, everybody. Thebes, good morning. Eric, Pat, and Las Cruces. Thanks for joining us, guys. You can also chime in. You can text in. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. We have so many questions about the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, that's right.
Which we'll get
Spoilers.
to. Yeah, we'll get to. None right now, but none right now.
So many.
We got to figure out how to split this hash brown real quick.
Oh, which one's bigger?
That one.
Yep,
Take the
that's
bigger
the
one.
bigger one.
Do it.
Thanks, man.
Do it, man.
Thank you,
I'll give
Andrew.
you the bigger one.
Thanks, dude. Let's see. What do we got going on? What's on our plate here? If you missed Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Resident on Fox, we just had him on. Of course, he played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show back in the day. And he was actually a pretty nice guy. Really, really good dude. Kind of weird. We asked him if he watched Endgame, and he apparently hasn't watched any of the Marvel movies, which is kind of a rare thing. You don't hear that very often anymore. I mean, there's a few of you stragglers out there, but it's kind of weird, right?
Oh, to me,
Like
totally.
that you've never watched any of them? Don't give me the whole, I'm busy, I got a 2-year-old.
I mean, I know 2-year-old. I'm like, these movies are like a decade.
Yeah.
They date back.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
decade. You haven't watched any of them, but he's been a very busy man.
We're all busy.
We're all
Get out of here.
all busy.
Actors are kind of weird like that. Sometimes actors aren't really into watching movies or TV shows, you know?
Yeah. By the way, breaking news if you care about the future of London.
Really?
Baby Sussex is born.
Baby Sussex?
Yeah.
No kidding?
Yeah, Meghan
The
Markle.
royal baby?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Had the baby.
How many pounds? How many ounces? Can you give me all those details?
A
No?
baby boy.
Okay.
Mom is doing well. Yeah, I got none of that.
Oh,
Got
great.
none of that.
Great.
I apologize.
Thanks for nothing,
So
dude.
they had a baby though. I mean, come on, that's something, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Royal baby 2019. Everything we know so far. No, that's Okay, nothing. I could make something up if you want, like 7 pounds. I got nothing.
If it was a 15-pound baby, guys.
Jarrett chimed in with the actual weight. 7 pounds, 3 ounces. There we go.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's a nice healthy average weight right there.
Everyone is still just talking Endgame, and I want to talk about it, but we're going to interview Jenny coming up, and I don't want to dive back into a big old conversation.
Yeah, spread it out, dude.
Because it's like, dude, I want to talk about the end credit scene that everybody's angry about that I thought was absolutely perfect and poetic and necessary.
No, we need to talk about Luke Perry and his mushroom burial suit.
Okay.
Did you hear about that? Over the weekend, Luke Perry's daughter, Sophie, said mushrooms hold an entirely new meaning for her because her father, Luke Perry, was laid to rest in an environmentally friendly mushroom burial suit. I want to be buried in a mushroom suit. Can you make that happen? Apparently, in an Instagram post, she said, quote, "Any explanation I give will not do justice to the genius that is the mushroom burial suit." My dad discovered it, and he was way more excited about this than I have ever seen him. So we buried him in the suit. One of his final wishes.
Okay.
There it is. Look at how beautiful that is. Huh. I wonder if it. I wonder what it does. What is it? I guess it's just good. It says, let's see. It says, quote, "Breakthrough in eco-friendly green funeral options and returns the body to the earth without harming the environment." Okay. It's weird. Mushroom suit. Yeah, can you make that happen for me when I die?
No.
Okay.
No.
Come on, please. Please. They're not that expensive.
I don't understand, though.
Do you need a coffin if you have a mushroom suit? You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand. So it'll grow mushrooms?
Yeah, man. Your body just returns to the dust of the earth, and you grow mushrooms in the process. I either want the mushroom suit or I want the tree. I want to be buried in one of those pods that a tree grows out of. So then people can come visit my tree. I'm like part of the tree.
Okay.
Can you make that one happen?
I could try.
Be cool.
Yeah, I could try. No promises.
I'm holding you
though.
to it, dude.
No. I just said
right
no
here.
promises, though.
Somebody needs to help me with this.
I'm sorry, man.
I don't know. It's pretty stylish, though.
Okay.
Gosh, that's so sad. Luke Perry, I can't believe he died. It's too bad.
I mean, we're all going to die, man.
Yeah, but so young.
One day I'll be dead.
What if the rapture happens?
Well, yeah, then, yes. One day I will not be on this earth. How's that?
That's what I don't understand. Everybody's always running around saying everybody's going to die. Well, if you believe in the rapture, not everybody's going to die someday. We're just going to get catapulted out of here. So technically, we're not really going to die.
Should the good Lord tarry.
Or maybe the rapture is death. Maybe the Thanos snap of the rapture is death. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
I can't with you.
We don't know, man.
I can't with you anymore.
We don't know.
Coming up, we've got Jenny Lesko. She's going to be talking about what's going on at Calvary this weekend. Really excited about that. Her hubby's going to be teaching all
really?
weekend.
Who's her husband?
His name's Levi.
Levi?
Levi Lesko.
Never
You
heard
may
of
have
him.
heard of him.
Huh.
Yeah.
Never heard of that name before.
Yep. We need to get him in the sauna.
Yeah, we do.
I texted him, but he's a very busy man.
Why is everybody busy?
Everybody's always busy with everything. I don't know.
Am I the only person that's not busy all the time?
You're pretty busy. You're pretty busy.
Gosh, it's so busy.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. It's just a busy life. All right, let's take a quick break. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Here's Skip Heitzig with a word about Calvary College.
I'm thrilled to invite you to take your life's purpose to a whole new level with a degree in biblical studies from Calvary College. We have retooled our School of Ministry into an associate degree program, and it all happens right here on campus. Calvary College instructors are theologians who are passionate about the text of the Bible. And our curriculum trains students to study the Bible academically, think about it critically, and serve God practically. Classes are evening only, and you have the option to attend full or part-time. If you've always wanted to learn more about God and His Word in an academic environment, visit calvaryabq.org. College. Applications for the upcoming academic year are due by August 16th.
Get more information about Calvary College at calvaryabq.college. That's calvaryabq.college.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
The Puritans used to say that he who has the most need of righteousness is the one who least wants it. Do you find yourself happy with where you are? Do you ever feel a sense of unrest in your spirit because you want to be other than you are? If you don't have any of that, then you probably don't have spiritual hunger in your life. No, I'm not going to ask you if you do it, but do you desire to read the Bible? Does it bother you if you don't? Do you feel guilty when people talk about getting into the Word and you know in your heart that you haven't? And it's not just a guilt trip, it's this thing in your heart that you know something's not in sync and it bothers you. If that's true of you, praise God. The people I worry about are the folks who can not pick up their Bible from year to year and not even worry about it.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM. KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe is Star 88.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Sometimes it's hard to breathe. All these thoughts that shout at me, try to bring me to my knees, and it's overwhelming. Darkness echoes all around. Feels like everything is crashing down. Still I know where my hope is found, and it's only you and ooh. You say you're working everything for my good, and ooh, I believe every word. 'Cause even in the madness, there's peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there's peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. Oh, tune my heart to your beat, let me be your melody, even when I cannot see. But you're orchestrated, even when the dark surrounds. You'll never let me drown. I know that my hope is found in the name of Jesus. Ooh, you say you're working everything for my good, and ooh, I believe every word. 'Cause even in the madness, there's peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there's peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony.
Yeah, I wanna truly know if you compose beautiful music, though. From all my unruly notes, the distance is distant, it's moving close. Now I see, erase the scales from my eyes, then play the scale of my life. Chaos played off with a chord and a chord with a source, prevented through strife. And I've tasted suffering, I've been embraced by the painful buffering. I've been bound by doubt so loud right now, but a melody is made when you play these rusty keys. So we all gotta get pressed, tuned up like instruments. But I know all of life's tempo is set whenever we remember this.
Even in the madness, there's peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. And even in the madness, there's peace, drowning out the voices all around me. Through all of this chaos, you are writing a symphony, a symphony. Oh, 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 oh.
Rich, Symphony, Star 88, 803.
High today of 82 degrees.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
That's right. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Good morning, Felicia, TJ, Jacqueline S. Yes. Welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for chiming in. Waiting for Mrs. Lesko.
Yeah, that's right.
To call us. She's going to be in town this weekend with Levi. And
she's doing the She Gathering this Saturday.
She Gathering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She Gathering. Special guest Jenny Lesko. 9 to 3 this Saturday at Calvary Church. So, coffee, donuts, lunch provided. All that,
Beautiful.
all that fun stuff. You can check it out at calvaryabq.org.
Yeah, you giving all those deets.
I'm just saying, you can you got to register. Tickets are $25, but there's like a discount if you can rock like mother-daughter style. You get like the bundle discount.
Trish, hold your horses, okay? She's calling us here in a minute.
Yeah.
Where is she?
They're like, where is she?
Oh my gosh, where is she? I don't know, man. She's just busy.
very busy.
Hey, dude. She's busy.
Endgame
All right.
spoilers came out. Like today is the day. Like we can talk Endgame according to the Russos. Maybe she's caught up in a conversation about her favorite Marvel character.
Yeah, man. She's busy, okay?
She's like, oh my gosh, this. We don't know.
She's Malcolm Jamal Warner busy, okay?
Uh-huh.
She's got kids.
Uh-huh.
How many? They got a lot of kids, man. They're busy, man. They live up in Montana.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're busy if you live in Montana. Yeah. That's the busy life right there. It's not at all. It's super laid back. Nature. Hikes.
Here, right here. This is the phone number. We're going to call her.
Call her. Just a little warning coming up sometime. We'll jump back into spoilers with Endgame.
It's weird. It never rang over here.
You are not permitted to dial this number.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Error 80.
Okay. Well, we'll keep trying.
Her name is Jenny Lesko.
All right, let's see. Did we pay the bill? Did we pay the bill?
I'm sorry.
Did we get to dial long distance? We'll find out, guys.
Oh!
This is
But will
why
she
we need to
pick
remind
up?
you that we're non-com and we need your help.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Yes!
There she is.
Hey, dude.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm like, is this the first time we've ever talked to you on the morning show?
I mean,
What
I've
is
never
going
talked to her.
on?
I've never met her.
Yeah, it's the first for me.
This is crazy. Dexter, this is my good friend Jenny.
Hello, Jenny.
Jenny, this is my co-host Dexter.
Hi, Dexter.
Hello.
So, welcome to the
Great
show.
to meet you. Thank you.
Now, I hear you're so busy. Are you just so
She's
busy
very
right now?
busy. Dude, let's be real. She's running
I'm
everything.
very busy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
What's it like actually running things and then just letting Levi, look cool on stage and teach? Like, what's that like?
Oh my gosh.
So.
Well, that is not true. Levi could do everything with one pinky, and I would just be standing there watching and cheering him on.
Well, it's just because he does
But,
CrossFit, so he's so ripped. So he literally can do everything with one pinky. He's so ripped now.
Very true. Very true.
Wow.
We got to talk Fresh Life first up because I know there's a new campus in prison. What is going on? Like,
Wow.
I want to talk about this real quick.
Okay, you guys, this is amazing. It's our 13th campus. We just opened in March in the Deer Lodge prison, the biggest state prison in Montana, and it has been insane. Like, hundreds of people coming every week, and honestly, like, hands going up every week, like 50 or more. And I don't know if it's just like new people coming or what it is, but there's just a real hunger and need for Jesus and the gospel in this place. And it seems like there's just been a real just movement of the Holy Spirit within this place. And we're just honestly like in awe and just can't believe that we get to be a part of it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's incredible to me. Like absolutely incredible. I love everything that y'all are doing. It's crazy. So I'm going prison, yo. Like
Yeah. Yeah, and Deer Lodge, man.
Yes.
I'm actually from Montana.
Yeah,
so
Dexter's from Montana, so this all works out.
I know that neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what city?
Ennis, and it's right outside of Bozeman.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where I grew
Love
up.
that.
And man, I've been up in your neck of the woods a few times growing up, but if nobody's ever been up to the Kalispell area by Glacier, no joke, hands down, probably the most beautiful place on planet Earth. It really is. You guys live in such a special
really
place.
is.
Can you really say on planet
we're
Earth?
so
I think so.
thankful.
No, I can.
Like how much have you actually like looked at all of the Earth? Like the most beautiful place on Earth.
It's called
really?
Google Earth, dude.
Okay.
All right. I traveled around the Earth on Google Earth. Okay, I've seen it. I've been there. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Jenny has a better knowledge of it because she's been
All
a
right,
lot of places.
Go ahead. What do you think? Where you live compared to all the other beautiful places around the world, would you say it's got to be like top 5, top 10?
Definitely, I would say that. I mean, I love Australia. I think that's probably one of my top 5 or 10.
Okay.
But honestly, like the fact that that Montana is home is just the best. Like we get the privilege of traveling and seeing so many different cities and countries, and I'm so thankful for that. But getting to come home to Montana is the best.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There you go.
That's true.
Speaking of traveling,
There you go.
I've got to ask you because I'm a dude that totally loves reading chick author books, and I'm not even joking right now. I am like I am a fan girl of Lisa TerKeurst. Like she is absolutely incredible, and you recently just rocked a tour with her, right?
Yes.
So I want
She
to
is
hear
a special one.
all about it. Who's your favorite Marvel character? And
gosh.
I love her. So what was that like?
Okay, Lisa TerKeurst is a special one for sure. She has just a special. God's just given her. It's just hard to explain. She's just a sweetheart. But honestly, being on tour with her and her family was something really, really unique and special. And just seeing their dynamics, and obviously they've been through horrible stuff. I mean, they've been through some of the worst stuff, and you just see. I mean, you see her and her husband interacting with each other, and they just walked through just devastating things in the past 3 years, and you just see them together, and honestly, you wouldn't ever know that they've gone through such hard stuff. Yeah. Honestly, they just the way they talk to each other, the way they talk about each other, is just something to be admired. Honestly, and then their kids are really special, and I had a really sweet time with their daughters, and even seeing their relationship with their parents. How they support their mom is really sweet, and then their daughter's husbands and boyfriend, like their relationship with Lisa's husband Art, and just their whole family dynamics is just really special. And that was my big takeaway from time with them, was just how raw and authentic and special and funny. Like they're so hilarious, honestly. And it was really a blast, and all of us, we were like, we need to do this again, so maybe we will.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting! Now, for our audience, for those that don't know, Lisa TerKeurst, Proverbs 31 Ministries, and she, I mean, it was all of a sudden 2018 was like all these updates, and it's like. Breast cancer, 25-year marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting a divorce because of infidelity and substance abuse and all these crazy things on her husband's part. And I'm just going, what is happening? And then to see like the reconciliation that came from that and all of the absolutely incredible. I love her so much. So yes, dude, I was excited to hear about that. So yeah.
Yeah, really, really amazing.
And speaking of. And being able to be a voice to some incredible women. We got to talk She Gathering, obviously. This Saturday, you're going to be here. You're going to be hanging at Calvary. Talk a little bit about She Gathering and what you're bringing to the Albuquerque community.
Well, I am honored and so excited to be a part, and Calvary Albuquerque is where Levi and I met. We met in ministry. We got married there out in the big amphitheater where all the trees were tiny, and now we come back and it's like a huge forest. And it's just really to come back, honestly, to Calvary Albuquerque, where we have family, we have godparents, we have fairy godparents, which is Lenya.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thankful to be there, to be a part, and and honestly, I feel like I want to learn too, so I'm going to get to be a part of what the ladies are learning and growing in. But I know the heart behind it is Proverbs 31, the woman, and kind of going through what that looks like. I know my heart is just for women to know that there's more. Like, I think so many of us lose heart so quickly, and we're disheartened, and we're weary, and we're tired. And honestly, all the little daily things can really overwhelm us. And I know that's where I'm speaking from even today with all the things that I have to do today. But my heart is just to encourage women, just wait, there's more. Like, don't give up, don't quit, just keep showing up, keep giving. The little words that you speak to your husband, to your kids, to the people in your sphere of influence, it's so important that we just keep showing up and we keep giving and we keep loving and we keep asking the Holy Spirit to fill us. And it's really just the daily little things that over time are going to be such a huge impact in our lives and in the lives around us. And so that's really my heart right now and what I'm excited to share a little bit about this week. And so I'm really excited.
Yes.
Nice. Jenny Lusko.
I know, right? It's this Saturday, May 11th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Calvary. You can register now, and there's a mother-daughter discount if you're rocking it with your kiddo, or if you want to take your mom, whatever it may be. Again, calvaryabq.org, and you can check out all the details for She Gathering. It's going to be a fun weekend, man. And, of course, Levi's going to be teaching all weekend, so that's really, really exciting. So...
Oh, that's going to be the best. So make sure you come for that.
I know,
that's
right?
Be great.
Yeah. Beautiful. You need to talk to that dude because Dex and I want to get him on our YouTube sauna show, and he's really busy and isn't texting me back. So you tell the guy to text me back because I'm so excited
He's so
to see
busy,
him.
dude.
He's so busy. He's so busy. So
a YouTube
busy.
sauna show, that sounds like something he'd like.
I
So
know.
I'll tell him.
140-degree temperature, Levi in a sauna with us, and getting real about life. So
Sweating it all out, man.
Sweating it, yes. Talking all things. So,
Oh,
you know,
that's so good.
hard-hitting questions like, who's your favorite Marvel movie Avenger? Like, we need to know. So, yeah, that's what
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He'll have things to say about that. That's good.
Did you guys see Endgame? Because today is the day that, I guess, spoilers, we can actually finally talk
Don't need
about
spoilers,
it.
man.
Did you guys get around to seeing it?
They're busy, man.
Oh, okay. So on our family vacation, Levi took the girls, but we also have a tiny little man who is not allowed to go into movie theaters. So I had to stay back with him.
Good for you.
By little man, I mean a little boy named Lennox.
Yeah,
He's
good for
amazing,
you.
but
You don't want to be that
he's in the
parent.
stage of screaming and yelling and really just ruining a good time.
Yep.
So has anybody
So
ruined
I
it for
didn't-
you? You need to see it.
I didn't see it yet,
Oh,
but we're
Levi's
gonna.
so selfish.
Okay.
I just don't tell me anything.
I
Don't
won't.
tell me
We
a
won't.
word.
Okay,
not
you know
even
what?
a name.
Yeah, won't say a word. Won't say. Okay, but who is your favorite Avenger then, leading up to this?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I would have to say. Gosh, I mean, Ant-Man is just so hilarious.
Oh, my
I just
God.
really like him.
I love you so much
And,
right
I'm the Wasp. I really like her.
now. Okay.
I don't know. They're all amazing.
Yeah.
You just made my day because that was so out of left field I wasn't expecting. Because everybody, it's like all the ladies especially, it's usually like Captain America or Thor because, they're like, they're not real. They're just like beautiful humans. And the fact that you went Ant-Man, incredible. You just made my day. Jenny, let's go.
Funny.
Gosh. Yes, with all the good... See, ladies, get there this weekend and learn about how it's cool to like Ant-Man. So I love everything about this. So.
Beautiful.
Jenny,
guys. Well, thank
man.
you.
Of
Thank you,
course,
Jenny.
Absolutely. All the details, CalvaryABQ.org. And girl, we can't wait to see you this weekend.
Yeah,
Love you
girl.
so much. Oh,
So excited.
So
Thank
cool.
you, guys.
All right.
Have a great day.
You
See ya.
too.
Bye.
She
Jenny
is the
Lusko.
coolest. She's the coolest.
She's the coolest, man.
She really is.
You know what? And I have to agree, Ant-Man. He's probably my favorite Avenger.
How great was that?
Just because I love Paul Rudd.
I do love Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
That was amazing. So yeah, She Gathering, guys. You can register right now. It's $25, and then there's the mother-daughter discount tickets and all that fun stuff. So,
Beautiful.
Yeah,
We got to
dude.
go to break, all right?
yes, we do.
Hang out. We'll be right back.
Single parenting, same responsibilities, half the person power. Not easy, but vital. As Skip Heitzig says,
If this is the only thing you pass on to your children, you have given them everything.
Hotspot.
A spiritual heritage is everything.
Keep your focus on the target. Kids who walk with Jesus.
If you're getting them to heaven, whether they got an advanced degree in college or made straight A's on this or became valedictorian, that's so, who cares? Who cares? If you're setting them on the path to know Jesus Christ, you've given them everything.
Find more from Skip at connectwithskip.com. And remember, don't expect perfection from yourself.
But just do what you can and make sure what you can do is the very best.
Subscribe to the Skip Heitzig YouTube channel. And here he is to lock out this hotspot.
God sets the lonely, the solitary, the single parent in families. We are those families. We are those families. The church becomes that family.
Hotspot.
Pastor Jack Graham and a Star 88 Supernova.
When God created us, He gave every human being a conscience. Instinctively, instructively, innately, within every one of us, there is that sense of right and wrong. That is why every generation from the beginning has built-in laws into the society, because people know instinctively, because of the human conscience, that there is right and there is wrong. We are not animals. We are made in God's image. And therefore, the conscience makes us able to choose good over bad, to choose morality over madness. The problem, of course, while the conscience, the human conscience, restrains evil, the conscience can be hardened.
Catch Pastor Jack Graham, PowerPoint, broadcast weekdays at 10:30 a.m. on our sister station, KNKT.
Put your hands in the air for
Arriba, campeón. Yeah, Southside, Southside, arriba, campeón. Oh, yeah. Singing my song. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón.
I do it for the culture, I take you global. I've been moreno, papi loco since 88. I like dance on the low, low, it's in my torso. I got fire like some cochos, get in my ojos.
Okay, okay. We don't walk away in my go day, no way am I gonna leave. Oh no, not today, do not behave when blood is on the lead. Weep before you speak, though. Think before you eat. How you love a country food more than its people.
Cause I think you hide behind your politics. You do not want answers, you want arguments. Okay, yes, I love the kingdom more than I love my nation. Yeah, yes, I love my neighbor more than I love his papers.
Okay, okay, stop.
Still alive,
We thrive, we don't, do not die. Coming live from the Citadel, I was made alive in the big jail when Washington fell, still hit a Denzel.
Love.
Till we live well, we gon' play the role real well.
Long live the champion.
Arriba,
Campeón.
one time for the Southside. Arriba, campeón. Oh yeah. Arriba, campeón. Singing my song. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón.
ENC se unió con el KB, buscando mi franquicia como KD. Un saludo a los boricuas en el Navy. Representaron latinos, hizo KB. Nos hicimos bajo el sol, baños de sudor. Laboramos todos los días, aunque hubo dolor. Lo negativo no nos mata, nos hace mejor. Nuestra fuerza no depende del alrededor. Cuba, Chile, Nicaragua, Argentina y Bolivia. Latinos somos ya familia, unidos como nos dice la Biblia. Quiero que la gente me suba las manos bien altas para el techo. Y si tú eres latino y no te avergüenzas, pues date 2 puños bien duros para el pecho.
I done met the bravest, what they still sing when they living through the anguish. Never be famous when you got a smile for your kids when you know that they in danger. You feel anger, Puerto Rico, many bodies never claimed you. And when you look into your neighbor and you get hatred, but they be back on vacation. But the people still make it, they will never break it. Cause we're dealing on with the grace here, being amazed here. It's been a couple days here, see the courageous people that you don't want to migrate here. I really want to have the gospel for the nation. Cause I see sheep when you say your heart's full, homie, I see E. When I see weak, I pray to God, I see me. Come on. One time for the South Side. Oh yeah. Singing my song. Arriba campeón. Arriba campeón. Arriba campeón. One time for the South Side. Arriba campeón. Oh yeah. Arriba campeón. Singing my song. Arriba campeón. Arriba campeón. All in the champions. We wanna live, let the light in. I know that you're tired, mommy, you're a fighter. We just wanna live, I cannot forget. As long as I live, I'll be standing right here. We just wanna live, let the light in. Who is alive, you will not forgotten. We just wanna live, let the light in. Trouble won't last, but the word will, baby, we just gotta live.
It's KB, long live the champion. Star 88, 825.
High today, 82 degrees.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Yo, what up? Yo, good morning. Welcome to the program. Hey, good morning to you. Yeah. Live on YouTube. You want to hang out? Star 88 FM.
Okay.
Just talked to, we've had a busy show this morning. We talked to Malcolm Jamal Warner
Yeah.
from The Resident on Fox. We talked to Jenny Lusko. She's going to be in town with Levi Lusko this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Later this week, we got Luke from For King and Country joining the show.
Luke?
That's going to be fun.
Jam-packed week, guys. Full of stars.
Packed.
Full of celebs. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us this morning on a Monday. I feel like I need a little motivation. What do you think?
Oh, I'll take some.
All right.
Motivational Monday. Laughter really is the best medicine. Here are 5 reasons why you should laugh every day. Laughter can actually relieve pain. Laughter improves your immune system. Laughter helps to shift your perspective and is good for your emotional health and improves your judgment. Laughter also helps to build more positive relationships, whether intimate, personal, or professional. Sharing laughter with others is a great way to build a bond between people and develop positive feelings towards them. Laughter is contagious. To laugh is not only to improve your own mood or health, but also to improve that of people around you. Everyone wins, so laugh.
Motivational Monday.
Oh, God. We all won when Tam laughed, and we got a recording of it.
Oh, man.
By the way, the spot's
But our laugh
done.
is infectious. It makes me laugh.
The spot's done for tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the actual
The
spot.
real one?
The real one.
Oh, man.
You know,
If you guys missed that, one of my favorite times ever having Tam on the morning show.
Yeah. She recorded something for a local charity in town. And apparently the charity, well, she thought was knocking out homeless children.
CLN Kids, formerly known as Cuidando los Niños, has been serving the homeless community in Albuquerque since 1988. Don't like it? Take 2.
Okay.
CLN helps families develop the skills they need. Redo, paragraph. Together, let's fight to knock out homeless children in our community. Dude, this literally says, together, let's fight to knock out homeless children. Oh, my gosh. That sounds terrible. Oh, my gosh. Whew.
Well done.
Oh, man. Together. Whew. Okay. Together, let's fight to knock out. I literally cannot read that line. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. How am I going to say that? Here we go. Take 2 from the top. There is no better way to say that. Like, I can't even believe that. Okay. Together, let's fight to knock out homeless children in our community. Good luck with that, dude. I hope you can work with it.
Yep.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah, it cures everything.
Oh, man.
It does. Thank you, Tam.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. Listen to that laugh. Don't you wish, like, you could just give Brody something and he'd never age?
Yeah.
Would you? If there was a
Did you see the potion? I posted an Insta story last night at Steve O'Jeets, if you guys want to follow along personally, of my son.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was sporting an armband for our boy Justin, number 17, who lost his father last week. And so he got an armband from the New Mexico United game. And I posted it last night. But he looks, look at him. He looks grown. He looks like a little boy. Like,
gosh, feed him that potion.
I just want him to stay the same forever. Okay, not that young. Not that young. Like,
oh, he's a baby again.
Yeah. You kidding me? Yeah.
Wow. So ridiculous. Love you, Brody.
Man, the live line, the YouTube feed, everywhere. Nobody wants to talk about anything other than in-game. It is ridiculous.
That's not true.
We're trying to have conversations. They're not even talking to us.
There's a couple. But yeah, spoilers, guys. Spoilers, spoilers. Fine, just get it over with.
Well,
I feel like we got
What do you mean to get it over with? I don't even know where to begin. There's so many people talking about certain scenes and elements and things they liked and what happens next.
Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want. Go ahead. Spoilers.
Spoiler
if you haven't
alert
seen it.
for Avengers Endgame in the future.
Don't
of
need
Marvel.
spoilers, man.
Well, you got to tune out then.
Well, people were chiming in because there was actually a twist in Avengers Endgame that some were very unhappy with, and that's exactly what Paul's talking about right now on YouTube. Thor and the way they handled his character.
Thor.
Yeah.
Thor. I think they handled his character beautifully.
Well, here's the thing. If you haven't seen the movie, again, spoilers. Go away. Get out of here. We catch up with Thor 5 years after, the events of Infinity War.
Yeah, man.
And here's this dude, God of Thunder, who took care of Thanos. And you go to find him, and he is a fat man.
Yes.
Beer belly. In fact, that's all he does, basically, is play video games, drink, and he's not very heroic. In fact, he cries a lot.
Yeah.
And so some people criticize that, the idea that, they were joking at his expense and, fat shaming and this and that. However,
oh my gosh, fat shaming?
Dude, I couldn't disagree more. In an interview, Anthony Russo of the Russo brothers explained the thinking behind the physical transformation and why they thought it was vitally important. He was one of the characters they all discussed early on, and Chris Hemsworth had a lot to say about it because this is a guy who, in the beginning of Infinity War, loses his brother, his best friend. He'd already lost his family members. He's trying to save the day. And at the end of the film, he's the one that doesn't go for the head. He's the one that doesn't get the job done. And so Thor blames himself for half of existence being wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of that, when you see him 5 years later, they wanted to talk about how much things impact us and how much it weighs on us. Because some of the guys, like Captain America, it's like he was holding little groups and they were discussing things and they were trying to move forward, but not everyone responds to tragedy the same way. And so they started circling the idea of depression and throwing it out in a way that they thought was kind of surprising, different, and interesting for a character because he completely blames himself and just kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
And so I loved the way that they characterized him because he lost his people, he lost his family, he lost. Yeah.
Very relatable.
I absolutely loved. Yeah. He and that's what Albert said, especially after he fails in the one thing he identified himself as. That was his everything. He was the god of thunder. He wasn't able to save anybody. And I liked that they tackled that because far too often you've got this superhero movie where the superhero saves the day and they always win and they kind of tackled that in Infinity War. The good guys don't win. So what happens when you don't win? What happens when we fall down? Craig Rochelle wrote this phenomenal book called Fight. Talks about that very thing as a Christian. Like, we're going to fail, man. We're going to fall down. But how do we fall forward? How do we get back up? And he really he does it, you know? And so, yeah.
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 I get it, man.
So somebody said, I really like how they handled Thor. Dude could have saved the entire universe, and he failed to save everyone. Talk about devastating your ego. And, yeah. Man.
Yeah, I think that's probably the character I could relate to the most watching the movie.
No, seriously. He cried a lot. He just was kind of like, I tried. And haven't we all had those moments where we feel like we have given it our all? We have done our very best, and it still wasn't good enough. And we just feel defeated.
Yeah.
We're deflated. We're down. Life didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. We lost that battle, that marriage, that job, that whatever it is. And what do we do from there? And so
we get back up, we dust ourselves off, and we get back in the game. And that's what Thor did. By the way, spoilers.
Yeah.
We're talking in-game spoilers.
Somebody said, but here's the deal. I get that he's depressed, but he comes across as pathetic throughout the entire film.
Hey, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, have you ever fallen so hard
For
that
real.
you just like, oh man.
And you know what? He's drinking. He's
right.
drinking.
And so that's the other thing they said bothered them. They felt like they treated his depression and drunkenness as if it's funny and comedic. And I understand
but
that
that's his
perspective,
character,
but that's
though.
exactly.
If you watch the last Thor, like that's the way he
from
is.
the very beginning, he always had giant pints.
Yeah.
But he was in battle and he was, and more mead and handling it well. And now here's a guy who is still doing the same things, but didn't handle it well. He's not dealing with it. He just kind of stops. And so, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that, actually. I thought from beginning to end, Thor is one of those characters that the first Thor, the second Thor, they're trying to like build upon it. And his development over the years, I thought was absolutely fantastic. Thor Ragnarok being my personal favorite. So yeah, somebody said something similar. Thor's character development was brilliant. And honestly, it appeared to me that Captain Marvel really inspired him to a degree, which may be why he's joined up with who he's joined up with at the end of the movie to help protect all of the planets who don't have Avengers. Yeah. So that's the other thing reading about. Thor, if he gets another film, will be the first Marvel character in the history of these films, all 22 of them, to have a fourth movie. Think about that.
Yeah. Wow.
Cap had a trilogy. Iron Man had a trilogy. They kind of sum it all up at the end of a trilogy, and they're talking about the fact that Thor will have a fourth movie.
Oh, cool.
And he really wants to come back. His contract is done, but he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and he said, playing Thor has been the best fun I've ever had. I'd be happy to do more if they wanted me, more than happy. Because here's the thing, he leaves with the Guardians at the end of the movie, but Guardians 3 was already written, and he's not in that script. So I don't know how they're going to handle that, what they're going to do, because, man, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers. If you're just joining us, we're doing in-game stuff. So spoilers if you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
When we come back, I want to talk about Hulk, because that not only did they change Thor's character quite a bit, but Hulk, man.
Yes, they did.
So if you guys got questions about it, a lot of you guys have been wanting us to tackle it, talk about in-game, so...
Man, dude, the live line is going crazy right now. It's like we can finally...
All right, let's take a quick break. Live on YouTube. It's Star 88 FM. You can also text in to the show. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. So many people chiming in. Nebulous storyline, different things. Somebody real quick said, love Thor, favorite character. Loved how they portrayed his character in Endgame, and I can see why he went into a low place and how his mom played a role helping him. That was, dude, speaking of crying moments, oh, man.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back. Hang out.
As a Christian, you have a hope to share. With more, here's Matt Chandler on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
One of the unique things about how God sees us, and I think we see this most often through Scripture by how God names people and gives people new names that they have no business having. All right, so that God tends to name people what they'll be long before they actually are. The book of Genesis, God comes to a man named Abram and a woman named Sarai and says, you're going to be the father of many nations. To which Abraham, who was 75 years old, said, I don't have any children. I'm 75. My wife is in her 70s. I don't think this is happening. So God repeats himself. No. Your new name is Abraham, which means father of many nations. And Sarai, her new name is Sarah. Abraham, Sarah, this is who you are. You are the father of many nations. You are the mother of many nations.
That's Matt Chandler on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
Sing to me, baby, in your native tongue. Sing the words of the wise and the young. Show me the place where your words come from. Love's the language, love's your native tongue. Feel your heartbeat, bang the drum. Open up your eyes and fill your lungs. The same word from where the stars are flung. Love's the language, love's your native tongue. My heart is a beating drum. My head in oblivion. My soul such a long way from my lips, my lungs, my native tongue. My friend, where did we go wrong? My Lord, we forgot our sound. My soul such a long way from start to disappear. In the wind, in the tongues of the flame. In my soul, in my one true name. Back before we learned the words to start a fight. Back before they told us that the haters were right. He spoke the truth, let there be, and there was. Love's the language, love's your native tongue. Such a long way from my
Jewish foot, native tongue, star 88.
High today of 82 degrees.
I didn't say the time.
Oh, you didn't.
Wow.
Sorry, man. Just.
What's going on in the news today?
Horrifying images of a passenger jet in flames making an emergency landing at the busy international airport in Moscow.
North Korea fired a volley of short-range missiles off its east coast. It's the regime's first tests in more than a year.
A late objection from the president on special counsel Robert Mueller's potential appearance before Congress. Bob Mueller should not testify, the president tweeted.
The president's former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, will begin his 3-year sentence in federal prison.
In the Midwest, heavy rains are swelling the Mississippi to record levels. Its waters have risen to 23 feet in Iowa and Illinois.
Avengers Endgame has crossed $2 billion in just 11 days.
The most controversial Kentucky Derby ever. For the first time in the race's 144-year history, the first horse to cross the finish line is not the winner.
They disqualified.
They did.
Second place finisher Country House, named Derby champion.
Country House, yes. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Beautiful Monday. What are you guys going to do with your day?
You know.
What are you going to do? No.
Work.
Yeah. What are you running from, bro? You running from something?
Hey.
Hmm? Go ahead.
Anybody catch Sandler over the weekend?
Adam? What? That's right, everybody. Good morning. It's Monday. A little motivation for you. Go ahead.
Why do I need to sing when this guy's got the pipes, man?
Woo! Yeah. Bring it home. Yeah, they do. I'm really not running, dude. I'm not running anywhere. Well, I'm running after the show, but I don't know. Where did I get this song at? This is awesome. When did I download this?
You don't even know.
Houston Runaway? Okay. Yeah. I like this. Might have to run to this later. Have a good cry. Well, good morning, everybody. We are spoiling the heck out of Endgame. If you want spoilers, you haven't seen it yet, or maybe you don't, you better leave, because we're just talking about it. You know, you guys have been asking, when are you guys going to talk about it? I'm like, you know what? We're going to talk about it next Monday. And guess what? It's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
So many questions coming in.
That's right.
Somebody said, look, Endgame question. Are we going to talk about how Cap went back in time and didn't disrupt anything? How is that even possible?
Ooh, well, go watch the Spider-Man trailer.
That's the one part that kind of confused me. And while I don't care because he's finally happy, I'm curious. And yes, if you see an Endgame, they today just released a trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home, where the possibility of it is definitely addressed, and it's exactly what the Russo brothers intended. When Hulk was talking to the Ancient One, she said, you remove something, you change that timeline.
Yeah.
It doesn't like cause an effect in this timeline because we're already walking through the present, right? So that's all considered our past.
Right.
But it will branch a separate timeline, thus creating a multiverse. So therefore, he didn't go back in our timeline, and it's not like Back to the Future. That's like one of the big things they said in the film was like, this is wrong. This is not how it would happen. It's not like the butterfly effect. You go back in time and change everything because it's still your present, even though it's the past. So there'd still be the Cap on ice. He thus created a separate timeline.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with it. However, they also said that at the end of the movie, when Bucky is saying goodbye to his friend, it's like, well, if he's only going to be gone 5 seconds, why is Bucky having this big old heartfelt goodbye? And then when he shows back up, how come Bucky tells Sam to go? It's because somehow, somewhere along the way, maybe there's a Captain America Winter Soldier to be told in the past.
Ooh.
Which is really interesting to think about, like how they're going to do that. So, yep.
So much, man.
Yep.
There you go. Hopefully that explains that. But Hulk for me was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved the hipster Hulk. Calm hipster Hulk was my favorite. He really was.
Calm hipster Hulk, which made me crazy. You know, before the movie came out, they were like, here are the 3 spots that you can take a pee break because it's 3 hours and 2 minutes long. And that was one of the spots they said you should take a break.
That's ridiculous.
Because they said the scene was too long and boring and selfie Hulk and all this. And I'm going, that scene was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. That was so
and
good.
Ruffalo killed it.
He did. He was so good.
Oh, man.
Hipster Hulk is the best. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. If you're just tuning in, we had spoilers in game.
Yeah. Yep. Somebody said, but how do we know he didn't disrupt things? Didn't the Russo say that Old Cap was from a different branch timeline, but yet he was able to appear in our timeline again? Very interesting stuff.
Yes, it's science. It's physics.
Which is also
guys. We
how
don't get
Nebula
it.
was able to take herself out and not just immediately vanish like Back to the Future style. Gosh, what a crazy, Yep.
Well,
yep.
I kind of wish Nebula was the one that got sacrificed for the stone.
Why?
Yeah, come on.
Jacqueline loved the new Hulk. Jarrett said hashtag hipster Hulk. Yep. I want
was
to. I just
great.
want to see that movie. I want to see because
I
we
know,
haven't had a
right?
good. We haven't had a Hulk standalone. So, yeah.
Yeah, we need that. Is that a possibility? Are they talking about that?
Good question. I mean, it's Marvel, of course. I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, smashing stuff to look like himself from the past. Are you kidding me? That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like ripping his clothes, getting mad. So great. Anyways.
It's weird to see a calm hipster Hulk, but it works. I think it works.
People were chiming in on the woman power moment and the fact that Pepper Potts has never really worn the armor.
Yeah, that was kind of
And
weird.
then she kind of. So I will
Good
say
call.
this: the Russos did comment on the fact that they wrote this film was a love letter to the fans, and that they were very unapologetic about some of the things they put in there. That maybe if you're just like the average moviegoer or haven't seen everything or done it, that. So that moment with all of the women was a nod and homage to A-Force, which was a comic book that was about all of the female Avengers. And so that was like an A-Force nod. And then Pepper Potts in the comic books actually plays a character called Rescue. She has her own armor. And so that was kind of a nod to that. And you also have to remember that in the movie, at one point when Robert Downey Jr. is talking to his daughter and she comes out of the tent and she's holding a helmet. And he said, hey, that's mommy's. I built that for mommy. They've been living in this world for 5 years, so we don't know if she's donned the costume. Clearly she has because she rocks it like a champion. So there's a 5-year span where she has her own set of armor. So we don't know what she did in those 5 years. Come on, guys. Come on.
Hey, come on, guys.
Don't make us hold your hand. Walk you through the whole thing. Come on.
That's good. What else? Anything else people are wondering about? What do you got? Avengers Endgame. Spoiler alert. If you're just joining us, we are just talking about the whole movie. Thoughts, cries, favorite characters.
Yeah.
The whys. What's next for Marvel?
Yeah, there's a lot of what's next, actually. And so we've got some answers on that. Thor 4, but will it be Valkyrie? Because she's now the queen of... Yeah?
Yeah.
Will Thor just be a part of the next Guardians series, which is amazing because after Infinity War, all I said was I wanted a buddy cop movie of Rocket and Thor because they're the two greatest characters together.
Yeah.
And so I liked that. So...
Guardians of the
Yeah, it's okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
One thing that I don't like, actually, one criticism, but I understand why they're doing it, is the fact that Gamora is gone, and they use like, oh, well, she came from the past Gamora, so she doesn't really know Star-Lord, and how that's going to play out because I love their relationship.
Yeah.
And now it's non-existent to her, but he knows her. Ugh. Somebody said the woman power moment was a little odd, only because of how incredibly unlikely it would be for that group to fall into place in the middle of a giant battle just like that. Yeah. Somebody said, so Far From Home happens after Endgame, but all his classmates are still there. Does that mean all of his classmates were snapped? How's there not a few of them that are 5 years older, like Ant-Man's daughter? Well, I mean, we say all of them, but in the trailer, what, there's 5 of his friends?
Yeah.
What, 5 people couldn't have been snapped? I don't know.
They all got snapped, man. And then when they came back, they were the same age.
Yeah. Yep.
So maybe they'll address that a little more in the next Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will. But the new Spider-Man Homecoming trailer just dropped this morning, so which contains a lot of spoilers. If you haven't seen Endgame.
I don't understand this one. Somebody said my big issue is still Deus Ex Machine Rat. I don't understand.
War Machine?
Really, this rat saved the universe? They couldn't write anything better? I'm like,
save the universe.
Explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah. Good. You can chime in on YouTube at Star 88 FM. You can text in. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
Phone lines are open, too, if you'd like to call in. 505-338-3700 to call in. In-game spoilers, guys. In-game.
Don't need spoilers, man.
Yeah, it's over, man. The Russo brothers said we could talk about it. We've had enough time.
Oh, and that was one thing. People were saying they were bummed that there wasn't an end credit scene, but I actually thought it was very great what they did. At the end of Endgame, all you hear is the hammer, and that's from Iron Man 1 when Robert Downey Jr. was making the very first Iron Man costume.
Wow.
Paying homage to the dude that started it all. I thought it was incredible. You couldn't have done it better.
You stuck around for it?
Oh, of course. I did stick around for it. I loved that. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. Endgame. Is it the greatest movie of all time? We think so. Trying to think, is there any other movie that, I don't know. Just for this time, yes. I think for 2019, it's the greatest movie. Is it the greatest movie of all time? No.
Yeah. But to this point, it reminds me of what the buzz was like for Return of the King. Because back then it was Lord of the Rings, these giant epics, and that was the finale. And everybody went and saw it, and people were freaking out. It won Oscars. I have a feeling this one's going to do something along those lines. I don't know that it will be for acting, though.
Yeah.
Because people usually get snubbed.
Yep.
I shouldn't say snubbed. It's just a different category.
Yeah, it definitely has that feel. The Twilight, when the last Twilight came out.
People are chiming in saying the rat comment, how the rat stepped on the thing and brought Scott out of the quantum realm in the garage. Okay.
So what was their issue? Why would
they hated that?
Get out of here. You know what? Just don't watch then. All right?
Yeah.
There it is, guys. Spoilers and more spoilers.
Don't need spoilers,
well,
man.
Go watch the movie.
Wow, somebody said Hulk and Thor were the jokes of the movie. I don't want realistic approaches to the God of Thunder and a monster hero created out of radiation. They were extremely underwhelming. You watched the wrong movie, bro.
A new survey asked people if movies that are over 2.5 hours long, like Avengers Endgame, should have intermissions where you can stretch your legs and hit the bathroom. And 60% of people say, nope.
Yeah, no. Deal with it.
28% of people are in favor of intermissions, and the rest aren't sure. Deal with it, dude. Maybe don't drink before the movie. Don't buy that giant soda.
Dude, I told myself not to have any water, anything, and I still ended up blowing it. Because I was like, man, I'm parched. I need a water. And I got a water, like a dumb. And 2 hours in, I was literally like legs crossed, just like, I got to get through this. I'm going to get through this. One more hour. That's funny. Yep.
All right, let's take a quick break, guys. Good morning. It's already 9 o'clock. Monday. Live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. We'll be right back. Hang out.
Ground Wire with Sean Dunn.
I was stuck and there was nothing I could do about it. The deadbolt on my hotel door had conspired against me, and try as I might, there was nothing I could do to get it to release me. When the maintenance man arrived, he struggled for a few minutes with no success, but when I worked from the inside and he helped from the outside, we were finally able to open the door. I know so many people that feel locked inside of their circumstances or their emotions. Although they want to break free from depression, loneliness, or their anger, they feel trapped. Even though they long to overcome their failure, they feel that it has handcuffed them to their past in a way that will continue to steal from their future. If you're one of those people that feel trapped by your emotions or by your past, you need to realize that God is waiting to set you free. He loves you and He will not judge you, but rather He will work with you to help you experience peace, joy, and contentment that only come when you are free to run with God and overcome your circumstances.
Groundwire. For more, log on to groundwire.net. Groundwire.net.
Tony Evans. This is a Starty 8 Supernova.
This is a message for parents. If parents don't invest spiritually in their children, then what you're doing is perpetuating a generational evil. That's what we're seeing out here in a lot of the welfare. You're seeing generational both oppression and generational irresponsibility. You're seeing it over and over and over again because people don't want to call it evil. They want to deal with it sympathetically, or they want to ignore it. They don't want to call it sin for what it is, cut the whole thing off so it keeps going generation after generation after generation. The book is named for Esther because she wanted to solve it once and for all. She wanted to get rid of all the evil, and she wanted to show what evil can do because it passes down to our children, to our youth, and to generations.
That was Pastor Tony Evans on a Starty 8 Supernova. This is KLYT Albuquerque, Santa Fe, rebroadcast on KKCJ Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ Mintmore, K201CC Las Cruces, K203EZ Alamogordo, K207CQ Gallup, K211CW Hobbs, K212EH Silver City, K214DE Antonito, K218AK Artesia, K250AB Roswell, K293AO Alamosa, K228DQ Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
I can feel it, this tension rising, a weight inside me, it's heavy on my soul. It's time to let it go. I can see it, it's in your eyes, a weight like mine, this burden that you just can't hold. It's time to let it go. Let go. Here's to the moments we feel alive. Live like the weightless hands reaching high. We set our sights on a better life. We're moving forward. This is our time. Celebrate the freedom. Live young and wild. We set our sights on a better life. There's a movement, a joy inside we can't deny. It's so uncontainable. Yeah, we gotta let it show. Let it show, let it show now. Here's to the moments we feel alive. Live like we're weightless, hands reaching high. We set our sights on a better life. We're moving
Better Life, Star 88. It's 9:03.
High today of 82 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Tex and Steve-O.
Yeah, 82, man. Looking beautiful.
It is.
Summer is here.
Dude, we got to give a quick shout out. Our boy Thebes, he's been chiming in for years now. Out in Beaumont, California. Really good dude. And so is his daughter, Hannah. She's 14 years old today.
Oh, right on.
Which makes me feel incredibly old because I remember when she was just a little thing.
Jeez.
But she's hanging out listening today, so happy birthday to Hannah!
That's cool.
Hannah Thebes. Do we call her Hannah Thebes? Because, it's because Thebes is, Thebod. That's
right,
the
man.
last name. The nickname Thebes happened. So does that mean it'd be Hannah Thebes?
Hannah Thebes.
Hannah Thebes.
Hannah Thebes.
Yeah, dude.
Good job. You made it to 14.
14, bro.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Good job. Way to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Make your dad take you to the ocean.
To the ocean?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I wonder, if you live in California, do you get bored of certain things? Like, I want to go to Disneyland, but it's like, well, we have yearly passes. We go whenever, so.
Yeah, right.
Do you think you'd ever get bored of stuff like that? I don't know that I'd ever get bored of it.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. Well, think about it. In-N-Out Burger, people say when it moves in,
that's true.
You get sick of it.
That's very true. Yep.
So probably.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yes,
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like growing up in Montana. I didn't really appreciate the beauty until I left and went back to visit. Growing
Okay.
up there, you're kind of like, you take it for granted.
Yeah.
Everybody complaining about New Mexico, but hey, it's beautiful here.
Yeah.
Even though it's the most dangerous city in the world, it's beautiful, okay?
Yeah.
Gosh, I was reading about that Lobo, was it a Lobo baseball player that got shot and killed? Oh my gosh.
I know.
In Nob Hill, right?
Yeah. On the corner of Central and Richmond, catty corner, 2 Astro zombies.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, it was Free Comic Book Day this last weekend, so I was helping our boy Mike out working at Astro Zombies, and it was down from last year. And I'm willing to bet that had a little something to do with it. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's just another reminder, guys.
Lobo
Especially
baseball player, man.
here in this city, if somebody robs you, somebody asks, hey, give me your wallet, what? You just comply, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You do what they say. Don't try to resist. Don't try to be a hero. Just give whatever they want.
Yeah.
Because we see it every day. Someone, it seems like, gets shot.
Yeah, and suspect is still at large.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll catch him.
23 years old, Jackson Weller. He was shot near Central and Richmond around 2 a.m. So on Saturday night, a small memorial went up at the UNM baseball locker room. So
we'll find him. We'll get
Yeah.
that killer. That's just so, I hate that so much.
yeah. So apparently, details of what led up to it are still unclear, but the owner of Imbibe, the bar right there in the corner, said that surveillance cameras actually captured the
Yeah, I
entire
heard that.
confrontation.
Yeah, so they have it all.
There's not a lot of information out at this point. So
Yeah, they say his presence lit up the room. He was the most, they call him a gentle giant,
Yeah.
and just, man, handsome dude. And he got shot and killed over something stupid, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, somebody said Albuquerque is beautiful. It's sad that it seems to be crime-ridden now. Yeah.
Well, we need more police officers, man. I saw somebody commenting on a post, might have been the same article that we're talking about, saying that it's the police department's fault. And it's like, no, it's not the police department's fault. Like they can only do so much.
Yeah.
We need more police. That's the problem. We need better judges. We need
Yeah. There's a lot.
There is a lot to it. So, shout out to the police department there's so many great
Police
police
said
officers.
Albuquerque's
in
like
this city.
Gotham.
Yeah.
We need a Batman.
And the police
No.
officers
We
are
do not.
frustrated because they arrest these people, they put them in jail, and then they're out the next day.
Right. Yeah.
It's just really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one. A child predator released on furlough. Yeah, now he's on the run.
Okay.
They released this guy, and now they can't find him.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Well, there's, right there in Nob Hill, there's actually they opened a substation because they wanted more police presence. So
good.
But the problem is it's only staffed until 10 p.m. Wednesday through Saturday. So this happened around 2 a.m. when the bars were closing down. So you just got to be, I was talking to a friend this weekend, and their son's best friend got jumped in at high school. And I'm hearing the story, and I'm going, I'm sorry, what? Some punk kid stole their money, and they were just wanting their money back.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, of course, the mom's like, no, you just walk away next time. And it's like, well, when do you stand up for what's right, and when do you just turn the other cheek? Because these kids were just like, hey, man, you can't steal someone else's money. And then they got jumped for it by the kids that stole their money.
Yeah.
I'm going, yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Because you want to, I have boys, and I'm like, well, the idea of just walking away, but at the same time, it's like if you see somebody who is unable to fend for themselves, like you always stand up for what is right.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, yeah, man.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Be a police officer. Sign up today, guys. Go do it.
Yeah.
We need good cops out there.
Somebody said, man, police get blamed when they do their job, and then they get blamed again when they aren't around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's true. That's such a tough job. And I'm so thankful for the men and women that sign up to do it. Because, it feels like they're just they're not winning, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you had a Robert Downey Jr. story that you wanted to share.
Yeah. We've been talking Endgame all morning because it's like the spoiler-free time now. Like, we can do this. This has absolutely nothing and everything to do with Avengers Endgame. And how this guy is a genius.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. has been playing Iron Man for some time now. All the way back to 2008 when he first played Iron Man. And according to The Hollywood Reporter, this 54-year-old homie is very intelligent when it comes to making contractual decisions, if you will.
Okay.
Infinity War, some of the bigger stars like Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans made between $15 and $20 million, which is pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You would think so. It's a pretty good chunk of change. Nice little salary there for making a film. Guess how much Robert Downey Jr. made for Infinity War?
I'm gonna say $23.4 million.
Right? That'd be a really, really good payday because actors, like I said, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, they negotiated their salaries for Infinity War and Endgame, made between $15 and $20 million. Robert Downey Jr. made $75 million for Infinity War.
Wow.
And is set to make even more with Endgame. Because here's what he did. Long ago, when he started playing Iron Man, he saw the potential for what these movies were going to make. And so, rather than get paid like, a normal actor would, he made a deal with Marvel, which is a very unique financial arrangement that not a lot of actors do, to get back paid. So what that means is he doesn't get an upfront paycheck. He gets a percentage of the film's box office success after it's released.
That's how you do it.
Infinity War made more than $2 billion worldwide.
Oh
of
my
course,
gosh.
Endgame's already basically what did we say? 2 point something million. It's making
something like
$1 billion. So his final paycheck is going to be ridiculous.
$2.048 billion worldwide.
Yeah. So he made $75 million off of the arrangement with Disney for the back end pay, but he also, I guess, negotiated for Spider-Man: Homecoming. That wasn't a part of his contract, so they had to. You got to get Iron Man, right?
Well, yeah.
He was in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Guess how much he got paid? He did 3 days of work.
Gosh.
3 days of work.
I'm going to stick with my original
Spider-Man:
answer,
Homecoming.
$20.3 million.
Not quite that much,
Darn
but
it.
he negotiated a $5 million per day
Oh my gosh.
contract. So he did 3 days of work on
So
Spider-Man
let me do the
Homecoming.
math. That's
15, bro. It's 15. 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is
15.
15 million. And for 3 days of work.
Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Scarlett Johansson, she's making a Black Widow film, which is interesting to me. How? Prequel? We don't know.
Yeah, what the heck?
Or, I mean, we don't know because think about this. Cap had to return. Oh, wait. Spoiler. Endgame spoilers. Spoilers, Endgame. Endgame spoilers?
Gosh, be careful.
Sorry, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, how do they do that?
Well, Cap had to return the gems, right? I wanted to see that interaction. Think about that, returning the Soul Stone and being like, here you go, Red. Go, oh, it's a Red Skull!
Yeah.
Fight.
How about that interaction?
Yeah, so...
yeah, but Red Skull seems pretty calm and chill.
He's like chill now, right?
He's like all into yoga and stuff.
Hello. Dexter, son of Toth.
Yeah, right?
Welcome.
I think Captain America might actually like Red Skull.
No, we don't know. So, yeah, she's set to make $20 million for her upcoming Black Widow movie. Which, by the way, they're making a Black Widow movie. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. But anyways, I thought that was very interesting and very, very smart on Robert Downey Jr.'s part to be like, hey, man, I don't want you to pay me for this movie. Can I just get a percentage of the box office pay? Yeah? Cool.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
All right. Good morning, everybody. You can chime in. We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. And we're live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
In Jesus' day, that was a really common name. That's the funny thing. The equivalent would be in the Old Testament Joshua, and there would have been 20 Jesuses in his kindergarten. Isn't that funny to think about? You know, all the lunchbox hanging up, Joshua. Super, super common name. Like today, Noah or Liam. Those are the number 1 and number 2 boy names in 2019, by the way, right? Why? Because that's what celebrities are naming their kids. That's usually how it goes. But the interesting thing, and I always hated that because when I was a kid, no one was named Levi. So whenever you go in those gift stores at like the tourist attraction, they had little license plates on the carousel. Never a Levi. I still usually check, and I'm hoping now that in 2019, Levi is number 16 most popular boy name, how you like me now, that eventually they're going to show up. But hearing that, please do not mail me one, right? I just say that because I'll get 17 this week in the mail, and I don't like knickknacks.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com. A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
Thy kingdom come equals thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The kingdom of God comes to be among us. We live within the principles of the kingdom of God, the inward kingdom that Jesus is describing here. That happens when we get to the place where God's will is done in our lives, on earth as it is in heaven. When that happens, the kingdom of God comes to live among us, and we become a part of that kingdom, and we discover the kind of joy that the world will never be able to manufacture or even understand. There is no joy or happiness like knowing in the core of your heart, I am in the center of God's will, doing what God wants me to do, and I love every minute of it.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
Running on the sideline right now. This feel like a lifetime. I go losing all my patience somehow. Feeling the vibrations of you now. Tell me, are you sad or sad? When no one's left to wipe your tears off. I know you feel alone, but I'm right there. to divorce. Yeah, lonely holidays, child. All I see is tears when it rains down. I can't even let it satisfy. Driving around the city, satellite. Married till I die, till I die. Baby, hit the road side by side. Running on the sideline right now. This feel like a lifetime. I doubt losing all my patience somehow. Feeling the vibrations of you now. Tell me, are you sad or sad? When no one's left to wipe the tears off. I know you feel alone, but I'm right there with you. With you. Yeah, always there with you.
Gavi, with you, Star 88. Gonna be here. Freedom Celebration. June 22nd.
Mm-hmm. And 21st.
And the 21st. Yes, that's right. Isotopes, it's free. Fireworks. Message from Pastor Skip.
It's going to be amazing. FreedomABQ.org for all the details. We got Phil Wickham, Jordan Felice, Sanctus Real. Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
I know. Just to name a few of the artists.
921.
High today of 82 degrees.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
You missed the show this morning. We talked to Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Resident on Fox.
Theo Huxtable.
Right.
Gosh, what a great dude.
He's a nice dude. He's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked to Jenny Lusko. She's in town with Levi this weekend. She Ministries. Be throwing down for the ladies. A lot of fun. All right, you guys hang out with us. Chime in. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to call into the show. You can also text in. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
We got a lot of police officers chiming in after we were discussing the crime and how our city we need more police officers.
Mm-hmm.
System's broken. We had so many police officers chiming in, just talking about, it's the reason. You guys have to play it smart out there. When you're out, no matter where you're at in the city, I don't care if you're in the Northeast Heights or on the West Side or South Valley or downtown on Central somewhere, if somebody comes up on you and asks for your wallet, wants to rob you, you do exactly what they tell you to do.
Yeah, absolutely. A member of the Star Army chimed in who happens to be a police officer on the new team that we were just talking about in the Nob Hill area, saying they were down there on Saturday talking with Mike, owner of Astro Zombies, about the incident because it happened 2 a.m. Imbibe right there on the corner of Central and Richmond. And this officer said the problem is standing up for yourself these days is the bad guys all carry guns and will literally kill people for no reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
Few bucks isn't worth a life.
No, man. It's not.
Said we always recommend being a good witness. Don't get hurt or killed for these guys. Just a thought.
Yep. It's not worth it, man.
Yeah.
They don't value life. It's hard to wrap your head around how somebody could pull a gun out and just shoot somebody over $5, $10 over a car. It's just so ridiculous. But don't try to be the hero,
Yeah. Yeah, another officer chimed in and said, thanks for the shout out to the police. Dex, you're right about officers being frustrated. A few years back, one of my officers responded to a call of a guy threatening people with a gun. When the officer got there, guy points the gun at the officer, and then the officer is required to put the dude down. He had to shoot the suspect. Suspect lived, was convicted of pointing the gun at others and the officers, and the judge gave him 0 days in jail.
Oh. Yep.
Living in a blue state, blue state. Sorry, what?
Yeah.
What?
Our whole system is just so broken, guys.
Blanked out for a second, sorry.
I guess that's why we got to do our research, right? When we go and vote. We're always voting for these judges.
Yeah.
Well, we need to find out who these judges are. And if they should be up there making these decisions.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of them shouldn't be, because it's insane to hear some of these stories and all that. Like, I don't get it at all. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
We love you guys. We love you gals that put your lives on the line every day to serve this city, to serve us, keep us safe. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah.
You firefighters, first responders. It's amazing. All right.
Dude, how about this? We need new judges. They're worthless, according to an officer.
Okay.
Last weekend, a kid died in Las Cruces in a motorcycle accident. I pulled the kid over, and another officer had pulled the kid over.
All right.
Months ago for erratic driving charges. Like, reckless driving, careless driving, whatever. Goes to trial. Judge dismissed all charges.
Oh.
Fast forward to last weekend, dead because he was driving erratically.
Yuppers.
You guys want to talk about Avengers?
I kind of want to talk about this woman who was cleaning
Let's do it.
her house, and she found Abe Lincoln. This woman, Lori, she lives in Illinois, Springfield. She lives a block away where Abraham Lincoln once lived. And this is really creepy. She was just cleaning, and she looked over and found a clump of dirt that looks just like Abraham Lincoln. Chip, I'm on the air. Seriously?
Our boss is calling.
Seriously.
We're on the air.
Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah, she found a clump. I'm trying to talk about Abe Lincoln. This clump of dirt. What do you think this looks like to you? Do you think this clump of dirt looks like Abe Lincoln?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Right? And like I said, she lives a block away from Abe Lincoln, where Abe Lincoln used to live.
So I'm at the home, a block from Abraham Lincoln's home. This was Mary Todd Lincoln's hairdresser's home, original floors. So Abraham Lincoln has walked on these floors. And I'm sweeping, almost finished. And I see this piece of dirt, just a regular, normal piece of dirt. See, just regular. And if you look at it this way, it becomes Abraham Lincoln's head.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That made national news, guys.
It's a slow news.
It made national,
but it's really
news.
Creepy. She lives a block away from where Abe Lincoln lived, and she found a clump of dirt that looks like Abe Lincoln. Coincidence? Maybe. Or as Brody would say, I think not. I need that clip.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. You guys Google it. It's fascinating. It really is. Back to you in the newsroom, Steve.
All right. Hey, maybe you got a letter recently from the MVD here in New Mexico. You might want to double check what letter you got. Last Friday, the New Mexico Motor Vehicle Division issued around 90,000 vehicle registration tags, right?
Okay.
They have to send out, like, when you get the little postcard and it's like, hey, it's time to renew your registration. 1 year, and it's usually like $30-something. Or 2 years for this much. Well, unfortunately, they actually added an extra digit on accident.
Oh, my gosh.
So don't worry, don't panic. If you got a letter this weekend from the New Mexico Motor Vehicle Division saying that your 1 year registration fee was $370 or $720 for 2 years, you can go ahead and scratch one of those
Oh, my gosh.
zeros off. Seriously, though, apparently they sent out like 91,000 letters that had an extra zero on it.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah. Yep. So, don't worry. If you get an MVD license renewal today, note that there's an extra zero. So, I have no idea why. People were freaking out over the weekend online. Somebody said, I bought a 2002 Jeep Liberty last year. Just got the first registration renewal by mail showing a 1 year fee of $510.
Beautiful.
Thought it was a little high. Went to the website and purchased a 2 year renewal for $95. What is going on? So, according to a news release, a computer error caused an erroneous additional digit to be included in the amount due. So, If you visit a field office or mvd.newmexico.gov to renew, you're able to pay the correct amount.
Beautiful.
So, yeah. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
This is a beautiful place, guys. All right? New Mexico is. All right? It's just beautiful here. All right, let's take another quick break. You can chime in. We're live on YouTube at Star 88 FM. Good morning, Dan Lodge. Hello, Dan Lodge. Vic Rope.
Jared actually got one of those this weekend. His Camry's 1-year renewal was $510. So
beautiful.
This is why we need humans working the MVD, guys, because look at that computer error. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. All right, hang out with us. We'll be right back. Hang out.
Exposing the enemy. Here's a Star 88 PowerPoint from Pastor Jimmy Evans.
When the Bible comes in you, it's going to find every demon in hell that's trying to destroy your life, and it's going to defeat the devil. This is powerful. This is powerful. And see what the devil, before the devil defeats you, he has to disarm you. He wants this to be in a drawer somewhere. He wants this to be on the dash of your car or on your coffee table at home or something like that. He just wants you to have a casual relationship with this, because once he's taken this away from you, you're easy pickings. And when I talk about a two-edged sword, I'm talking about the way we talk, the way we speak. The devil loves people who are negative, who are doubtful, who are gossipy, who are liars. Their mouth is impure, they're vulgar. He loves that because that's darkness and that's his domain. And he can defeat it very easily.
That's Jimmy Evans on a PowerPoint from Star 88.
Woke up today, another headline, another innocent life is taken in the name of hatred. So hard to take. And if we think that it's all good, then we're mistaken. Cause my heart is breaking. Tell it, DC.
Are you left? Are you right? Pointing fingers, taking sides. When are we gonna realize we all bleed the same? We're more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. If we're gonna fight, let's fight for each other. If we're gonna shout, let love be the cry. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. Tell me, who are we to judge someone by the kind of clothes they're wearing or the color of their skin? Are you black? Are you white? Are we all the same inside? Father, open our eyes to see we all bleed the same. We're more beautiful when we come together. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided. If we're gonna fight, let's fight for each other. If we're gonna shout, let love be the cry. We all bleed the same. So tell me why we're divided.
Only love can drive out all the darkness. What are we fighting for? We were made to carry one another. We were made for more. Said only love can drive out all the darkness. What are we fighting for?
Yeah, we were made to carry one another. We were made for more.
bleed the same. Cut me right now.
No.
I want you to see my blood. And I'm going to cut you. And I'm going to show you that we bleed the same, dude. All right? And we can show everybody on YouTube. Cut me right now. Now! Just kidding. You didn't cut me, dude. Don't nobody cut anybody, all right?
Oh, that's terrible.
I'll never forget a story. This is pretty funny. When I was in 6th grade, remember tetherball?
Of course. Do I remember tetherball?
Tetherball was a little ball on a string attached to a pole.
Yes.
And you'd hit it and
Dude,
it'd
I love
swing
that you
around.
did that like Karate Kid because that's really how you want to hit it.
Exactly. And so we thought, as 6th graders, my friends and I thought it would be funny to hit the tetherball until our knuckles bled because we're boys.
Yeah, that's what boys do.
And I'll never forget when we went back in from recess, our 6th grade teacher sat us down and we got a lecture. She made us put our heads down on our desk, and then she started talking to us about AIDS and how
it was the 80s, man.
It was the 80s.
It was the 80s.
It was like 90, 91.
Oh, okay.
But she started talking to us about AIDS and how we were probably going to die of AIDS now
Isn't
because
that weird? Like
we
the-
were all
the
like
dumb
sharing blood
conversations,
from
you
the same
remember?
tetherball. It's like we all sat there in class going, "Oh my gosh, we're
gonna
going to die of
die."
AIDS now."
That is incredible.
Is it though?
No, it's not. That's why you have such a hard time with authority, I think. All of your teachers just failed you, man. They just failed you in life.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to the program, everybody. And you had Wade Busby. He was always getting duct taped to his desk.
Oh,
because he
okay.
couldn't sit still. Here's this poor kid who definitely needed medication because he was hyperactive. And maybe he didn't need medication. And, it's okay to be hyperactive. My teacher, same teacher, duct taped him to his desk.
Okay.
It was a different time back in the early 90s. Wade Busby.
That
kid, man.
Yeah.
Went on to serve our country. Well, anyways, we're talking about just some good quality stuff happening here in Albuquerque. Oh, boy. Go ahead. Share the news.
Maybe you love the post office. Before you go, you might want to think twice.
Ah!
This is crazy. Apparently, there have been a number of incidents recently with U.S. Postal Service employees and rodents in the Albuquerque area. Back in March, a rat jumped on an employee at the Richard Pino station on the west side. That's the one I go to, bro.
Dirty rat.
While he was placing mail in the P.O. boxes, a supervisor investigating the incident was opening a drawer to grab paperwork, apparently, to write up the incident. And another rat jumped out, causing a
Do
supervisor to
rats
scream.
do that? Do they just jump on people?
I guess. I don't know. They're blaming cutbacks. So apparently there have been some cutbacks recently. Man, just blue, everybody voting blue.
Everybody.
Voting blue. Good job, guys. Good job. He blamed Postal Service cutbacks, the custodial and maintenance workers. Here's crazy stuff. Rats were seen scampering across the floor at the Academy station. A 10-inch vinegaroon scorpion captured at the Foothills station. And short-tailed Mexican fruit bats, plural, have taken up residence at the main post office.
Dude, you got to see this bat. I didn't think they got this big.
Huge.
That's a fruit bat?
It's a short-tailed Mexican fruit bat. It's a protected species. It was removed from the main post office. How about this one? In January 2018, 2 rats fell from the ceiling at the 5 Points post office. One of them fell on a customer's shoulder. Could you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
In line at the post office?
No.
And a rat falls on you? I just
Look how
got
cute these are. Yep, that looks like Dracula.
Wow, that's terrifying.
Oh my gosh, look at that thing.
Yeah, I know.
What?
How about this? While looking for vermin in the ceiling because they've been so short-staffed, right? They were looking for vermin in the ceiling at the main post office in the fall, and a worker there discovered asbestos,
I'm out.
leading to the evacuation of the second floor for ongoing asbestos abatement efforts. Yeah. It could take 3 to 4 months. So.
Goodbye. Don't come back.
Yeah. Yep.
I had no idea.
I didn't either. So, guys, hug your post guy office, man, dude. So, officers need hugs and love. Post office workers, if basically you work for the city anyway, just go hug them, man. Just hug them.
Look at these things.
Yeah, fruit bats.
Fruit bats.
That was only at the main downtown branch.
I'd
so.
rather have a conversation.
Yeah.
Or I'd rather hang out with a demon from hell over a fruit bat.
Well, aren't they the same thing basically? Because
I don't
that's how
think so.
Dracula, they turn into bats.
I think fruit bats are probably worse.
Spawns of Satan themselves.
Holy cow, man! These things are so.
I just
ugly.
couldn't imagine being inside of a. Well, you know what we need? We need a good New Mexico news. How about that?
Look at the ears on that thing.
Yeah, no, I know. It's freaking me out. I'm gonna find. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna find some good stories. You want a good story? I got a good local story. How about this?
Go ahead.
Jack Black, one of the stars of Jumanji.
Yeah.
He took to Instagram recently to praise our state.
No way.
Yeah. That's pretty nice, right?
What do you have to say?
I guess he filmed himself playing and losing shuffleboard at the Three Rivers Tap and Game Room.
Oh,
up in Farmington.
Okay.
He said, "Such a rad little town." And Kevin Hart, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they both expressed gratitude and admiration for the Navajo Nation. And yeah, there you go. That's all
awesome,
I got.
man.
That's
No, that's
literally
good.
it. You know, three movie stars
Wonder if,
enjoy our state.
I wonder if Buck ran into any of those guys because they were up filming at where's the Sands place at? Where's that
White
at?
Sands?
Yeah, where's that at?
Alamogordo.
Alamogordo.
No,
That's where Buck.
Farmington's up north, dude.
No, I know, but I think they were filming in. Well, from the Instagram, it looks
Yeah.
like that's where they were at.
Earl said, "You want a good New Mexico news story? New Mexico United." We already talked about that, though, bro. Like, we already talked about
Oh, we can
Come
talk
on,
about it again. I mean, we
Yeah.
talked about it early, but
Talked about in the 6 o'clock hour yesterday for Cinco de Mayo. 15,037 fans sold out the lab, as they call it, Isotopes Park, for our game against San Antonio, and where they honored Justin Schmidt. Justin Schmidt, number 17,
Yeah, man.
who did the morning show with me for one day. He's been on Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. He attends Calvary here, and an incredible dude. Sadly lost his father in a car accident. So they honored him yesterday, and we ended up winning the game 3-0. So it was, dude, it was the most cohesive the team has ever played together. They looked incredible. So
pray for the Schmidt family.
yeah. Earl says, "Oh, wait, you wouldn't know, though, because you skipped out." No, I actually I have a pair of season tickets, and Chrissy actually wanted to go. So it's called Being a Good Husband, Earl. And I watched every second of it on ESPN. So
You're a good husband?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, one more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Touche.
I'm just kidding.
But I'm a good dad, and
Pray
we
for
watched the
Christy.
game. We watched the game at home together, me and the Jeter boys.
Oh, that's good.
And I grilled burgers and had a good
nice.
night with the
Good.
Jeter boys.
Good.
So
Good for you.
I'm a great dad.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I'm such a good dad. I hate you. God, I hate you.
Go ahead, Tim.
That's good.
All right, I have good news. All right, I have another good news story here. Let's talk about this woman, Savannah, from St. Louis. She went to a Cardinals game this past Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
She hates baseball.
Oh.
But guess what?
What?
She loves her family, her her husband.
Yeah.
Actually, I have no idea yet if she has a husband, but we'll find out. She was there with her family for Transplant Awareness Day.
Tad.
That's right, Tad. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were honoring her brother, Donovan, who died in an accident 3 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
But because he was an organ donor, he saved several people's lives. Well, anyway, Savannah and her siblings had just posed for a photo with a woman who walked up and asked if they were Donovan's family. Turns out she'd seen the T-shirts they were wearing with his picture on them. And she recognized Donovan because her father got his heart.
Oh my gosh.
Now, isn't there rules where there's like, when you donate, there's like rules set in place.
Right.
Where you just can't go meet the person's family who, maybe lost their loved one.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on here, but 65-year-old John had been in heart failure for 5 years before the transplant. He was also there for Transplant Awareness Day with his family. He'd never met anyone in Donovan's family before. The only contact they had was a letter where John wasn't allowed to reveal his last name. But he knew who Donovan was, and he'd seen the pictures. And so there's actually a video they shot, and news picked it up. And it's kind of cool. I mean, obviously, it's okay that they met, and I mean, I can't imagine going through something like that, but it's actually a cool thing. I mean, think about Double J, our buddy Double J, who does radio up in Hawaii.
Yeah.
He lost his son.
Yep.
Tragically, he was playing with a gun, and he got startled, and the gun went off, and he got killed. And they ended up donating a bunch of his organs and saved lives. But I remember him talking to us about that, too, where he was thinking about going to meet some of these, people that, because his son donated his organs, saved lives. But I don't know, it can get really, really creepy too.
Yeah.
Because let's say you lost your kid, right?
Oh my gosh.
Just say you lost
Why
your
would
kid.
you put this out there?
And let's say your kid donated, a heart or whatever,
I want to
liver.
like break my mug on you.
Well, you found out like this other kid out there had your child's heart. Wouldn't you want, or even kind of think maybe that's my son in some way, and you'd want to meet that person, right?
When I get uncomfortable and I giggle uncontrollably, that's what's happening now. You can't put me in this position. Like, how I would feel?
How would you feel?
Angry.
Angry? Why?
Gosh.
Why would you feel angry?
I lost my child.
Yeah, but your child's heart lives on and keeps this other person alive.
Dude, do I shatter the mug? This is my favorite mug. I don't want to break it, but I do want to stab you with it.
There's actually a Netflix show that I'm promoting right now.
Oh, really?
No, that's the scenario, man. It's really creepy and crazy. And I think they filmed it here, actually.
Pass.
What's it called?
I don't know.
It's called Chambers. That's right, Chambers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same. That's what's
Got
going
it.
on.
Okay.
This girl, she needs a heart, gets a heart donated from this other girl who died.
Yeah.
And the family that lost the daughter, well, they were now like treating her like, that's our daughter.
Gosh.
So they like paid for her college, and they're like super wealthy, and they're like just basically kind of being creepers.
Yeah.
That's why those rules are in place.
Yeah. You're not supposed to like interact because then they're creepy and then they.
You could be.
Wow.
Because wouldn't you want to go and hang out with, let's say, your son's heart?
I mean, I don't know. Would
That's part of your son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Look, I was on the news this weekend.
Oh, is that you?
That's me, Free Comic Book Day.
Wow, dude. Were you an extra in the news?
I was an extra. I was just doing background work, but I was there the whole time.
That's cool.
Yeah, look, there's me again.
Wow, you made it.
I
twice
made it
That's cool.
3 times actually. I'm in another show.
That's
as
really
well.
cool.
Because it was Free Comic
Was it
Book
busy?
Day. It was very busy. Yes. Oh, look, there I am again. Oh man, look at me. Just in the background. In the background.
You're ridiculous.
Okay. Just trying to change the subject.
Yes, Brian. Yes, Chambers is local. We get
Yes.
it. It was filmed here.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah.
It's a really creepy show.
Mm.
Just Matthew, go away. That's not cool, man. All right. You guys can chime in on YouTube. But are you an organ donor?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Of course. Why do I don't need it. You know what I'm saying?
What if I need it?
Although every time I mention it, there's always that one person who goes, they don't try and save you as well in hospitals if you're an organ donor because they just want to harvest your organs. And I'm like, what?
Well, that's not true.
I don't think it's true either, but
Get outta
that's what I always get that. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry.
They don't try to save you. Like,
yeah, because it's like, well, we need his heart.
oh, he's an organ donor. Oh, let's you know
give
what?
it to that guy.
Hey, we're not going to really try to save this person.
Yeah.
Because this other person needs it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's what I was told.
They're not going to save the life because, oh, well, we could just donate these organs to save another life. Get out of here. Come on, man. Yeah. Be an organ donor today, guys.
Yeah.
And save a life.
Okay.
Where's my music?
I don't know.
Where is it? Darn it. Where is it? Where'd it go? What'd you do with it, dude?
What music? I don't know.
What'd you do with it?
I might have deleted some stuff.
Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Okay.
What else do we got before we get out of here? I have another good news story if you want it about a firefighter who proposed to a teacher. I have a great story about a woman who stole a parking spot at Costco and then a machete somehow got involved.
What?
I don't know which one you want.
Okay.
What do you want? Machete story. Cool. All right. Vancouver Island. Seattle.
Yeah.
Costco. You know, we pay those monthly membership fees at Costco so we don't have to deal with this drama. Walmart.
Wait,
okay?
what?
Yeah, that's right. We go to Costco because guess what?
What?
We're upper class.
No, I don't think that's.
We're upper
no.
class.
Just
Costco
means
people
you need
are
extra
upper
toilet
class.
paper.
No,
Like
you
got-
don't see
you
drama
have
like this at
digestive
Costco.
problems, and you need.
This is a
everything
Walmart
involved.
problem.
Ah.
Well, this woman, she was about to pull into this parking spot at Costco last Sunday. Another woman zipped in and stole it. So they started arguing. You ever had that happen to you where you are about ready to pull in and somebody just like pulls right in? Well, the woman who stole the spot decided, well, I guess I better defend my spot. So she grabbed her machete out of the back seat. Yeah, she had a machete.
Who has a machete in the backseat of
You
their
don't have
car?
a machete?
I do not.
You gotta have a machete in your back.
I mean,
See, you never know when you need that. So she acted like she was about to swing it. So of course, thank goodness the woman backed off and called the cops.
Yeah.
And police were able to identify the machete woman. She's 29 years old, agreed to be interviewed by cops after she saw the story on the news.
I did not think you were pronouncing that correctly.
It's called machete, guys.
Uh-huh.
It's called the machete. And here's a cop and reactions from Costco shoppers about the machete chopper. Whoop, hold on. I got bats going on in the background. Hold on. I got bats going on. Hold on here.
Occurred over the parking stall. The suspect.
What the heck? I got something else going on here. What is going on here? Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Oh, this is going on. Get out. Gosh darn it.
A verbal dispute occurred over the parking stall. The suspect went into her vehicle. They grabbed a machete, brought it out, and brandished it in a manner that was threatening to the complainant.
It's Costco. What do you expect?
I don't mind this parking lot.
Really?
Just the people are too crazy.
Yeah, well, you almost need a helmet in there on Saturday morning.
I think it's a little crazy that someone's carrying a machete in their car and ready.
Gosh, I hope they're a landscaper or something.
For this very spot, somebody slammed the horn on me because they thought that they were here first, but I actually was, so.
It's a parking spot.
I hope she was a landscaper. Does that mean the reason why she has a machete?
She's got a machete because she's like trimming the hedges.
Guys, if somebody steals your parking spot,
Yeah.
you just let it go.
Yeah.
You let
Nothing's
it
worth
go.
it. We had an officer this morning talking about that very thing.
Yeah, you just let it. If you have to, heck, if you have to park way, way far away from wherever you're going, hey, you're just burning some calories, man. Look at it as like you're just getting healthy. That's how I look at it. Although I have really good luck when it comes to parking spots.
Yeah?
I'm like the guy that always has the VIP parking spot just waiting for me. I'm that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am that guy. Although I just put it out there in the world, and I feel like it's not going to happen anymore. Darn it. Dump it. Dump that. Costco, man. Who would have thought a machete swinging woman would be shopping?
You get some weird things.
I bet she stole someone's Costco card. I bet she wasn't even a real member. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be careful. I actually had to take care of a situation last week while in Nob Hill working down there. So
go ahead.
No, I'm like, I don't want to get deep into it. There was a transient who you could tell was either on something illicit or had some form of schizophrenia because was yelling at an invisible person and started yelling at people walking down the street.
Do you look like a werewolf?
It made me nervous. No, so myself and then the owner of Mask C. Moss next door, we had to go outside and it was kind of like trying to get the guy away, but then you don't want to. It's like you don't want to get too close, but you also want to make sure that he's not trying to like. It was like herding chickens, like trying to get them away from the other people walking down the street. And thankfully, there's a substation right there. But yeah, he ended up walking across the street, screaming some weird things at us, and then front flipping onto his back and just started freaking out. And so it's like, all right, now we just call 242 cops because.
Would they show up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Good, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, working on Central.
You got to be careful. When I met Chrissy, she was working at a hair salon in the Nob Hill area.
Wow.
And then marriage and pregnant with first baby happened. And it was like, I don't want to work down in the Nob Hill area like this. Closing up shop at 11 o'clock at night with nobody else there. So... Good decision, bride.
Yeah, you guys be careful.
Yeah.
Please be careful today. All right, we learned a lot.
We did.
We talked to Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah, we did.
You know, he's on The Resident on Fox.
We talked to Jenny Lusko, who will be here this Saturday.
We sure did.
And Sunday.
So we had a lot going on, man. We talked Avengers spoilers. For all you in-gamers out there.
Yeah.
Go watch the movie, guys. It's your fault if you get it spoiled.
That's actually correct. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you need anything, you guys can email us, studio@star88.fm. You can text into the show. You can go back on YouTube live at star88.fm. We'll upload the show. iTunes. Just search Morning Invasion. Go subscribe if you haven't. And download the Star 88 app to your phone. We're on demand there as well. Have a beautiful Monday. Bye-bye.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
Ladies in New Mexico, you're invited to a special Mother's Day weekend gathering at Calvary Church in Albuquerque.